Well, it happened. It finally fucking happened.
It happened.
Yep. I was literally doing an interview with Jay Shields at the time. I was doing a podcast with him. I popped up. I had said that, oh, Greg Roman got fired. We were literally talking about the Texans-Steeler game and about how the culture had gotten stale, that they were never going to fire Mike Tomlin because they were so infatuated with the Steeler way. And lo and behold, I look on my screen on Twitter, on this computer right here, and lo, did I see that Mike Tomlin is stepping down. That's the key here. He stepped down. They did not fire him. So that's the big thing. He stepped down.
Language is important.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So the Steelers never fired their head coach. And to confirmation, I still have a hard time kind of believing this because it's like, he was a guy, he believed in his sort of thing. It's just how this mainly goes. We'll play this on repeat tonight on Days of Our Steelers, the end of an era. Mike Tomlin, the last piece of the 2018 Days of Our Steelers cast, is stepping down. An uncertain future awaits after yet another playoff blowout at the hands of a real team. Now, we enter a new phase. What happens from here? Does Tomlin go to Fox? Does he try for a new coaching stint? Things are indeed getting very spicy. Very spicy indeed. 5. You've been seeing me whine and whinge about this all the time. What are you thinking so far, sir?
I think, it's really important how this is worded and perceived.
Yes.
And whether he was forced to resign or he's resigning or it's mutual or something like that. I think he was forced. Like, now the speculation begins. Like, who was making this call? But I think the fan base has had enough of him. I think he's had enough of the fan base. I think ownership had enough. I think if there was ever, my speculation is that if there was ever a mutual parting of ways, it's this. Like, everyone is in agreement that Tomlin had to go. Though I think he wants to keep coaching.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like he'll take a year or two off. I feel like he'll go to Fox. I think he'll replace Terry Bradshaw. I think he would be great in he'll do the Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher was always linked towards coaching jobs for the last 20 years. He's just stuck at CBS.
It's possible. Honestly, I don't know. It'd be weird to see Mike Tomlin coaching anywhere else. I'll tell you that.
As I said, it'd be the ultimate troll job. Mike Tomlin goes to the Ravens and John Harbaugh goes to the Steelers. I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, here is an update from Art Rooney II, the boob himself. During our meeting today, Coach Tomlin informed me that he has decided to step down as our head coach. Obviously, I am extremely grateful to Mike for all the hard work, dedication, and success, not recently, over the last 19 years. It is hard for me to put into words the level of respect and appreciation I have for Coach Tomlin. He guided the franchise to our 6th Super Bowl championship and made the playoffs 13 times. They lost 7 times in a row! What the fuck are we doing? Including winning the AFC North 8 times in his career. His track record of never having a losing... Oh, come on! Oh, dude, you won 2 games by heinous ref ball this year, man! You only made the playoffs because Tyler Luke missed a kick! My family and I and everyone connected to the Steelers management are forever grateful for the passion and dedication Mike Tomlin has devoted to Steeler football. And there it is from the horse's mouth. I mean, it's no losing season. I mean, look at this. This is literally Mike Tomlin. It's Doc Rivers. It's Doc Rivers with immaculate PR. They were about him on First Take about how we should be begging to keep Mike Tomlin. Like, no.
Stale is as stale does. 7
Very
straight playoff losses.
And they've been blown out in each and every one.
Yeah, not even close. I think just getting to the playoffs is something that, the Jets would kill for that level of success.
Be careful. Mediocrity is ideal until you're stuck. And that's the problem with the Steelers. They're stuck.
They are hella stuck. They are. These tweets, man. These tweets are just They're going through it, man. Wow.
Yeah, the Texans. These are the Texans last night. Like he's talking shit. Like yeah, like it is sad. They played renegade in the locker room last night. It is just it's. Well, here's the problem, Chef. I mean, you won't know how good we had it. Like we haven't had much success in the last decade. I mean, you've been blown out in 7 straight playoff appearances. Are you saying that the Bengals have had like success? Did you not know how good they had it? They were broken. And Malds, a new era. Praise the Jeebus. Jeebus. Jeebus, we had good times, but now we head forth in a new era of Steeler football. Yeah, I think that's what everyone's talking about here. Darboll out of Pitt, Tomlin to Baltimore. I think that's it. What in the Yinzermobile? Correct. I mean, as I said, do we? I don't know if we even bring out the good Yinzermobile. I think we can. We bring out just the mediocre Yinzermobile, right? I think that would be the answer. Like it's just the sad Yinzermobile because this is a very sad Yinzermobile. It's not a good Yinzermobile per se. File's a bit too large. Nah, whatever. It's very lame. Very lame. Yeah. So I'm just in a point where I'm just sitting here like, okay, we're just kind of doing stuff like that, but it just is what it is. Okay, so now they're saying the Giants should let Mike Tomlin fire their GM. So, 5. Quick question for you. How would you feel about your Giants hiring Mike Tomlin?
You know what? It's like, it's such bullshit for me to even say I'd want Harbaugh and not want Tomlin. Like, I would want Tomlin too. Like, you can't want Harbaugh and not want Tomlin. I just think that Tomlin, I just said he still wants to coach, but I don't know. He doesn't seem like someone just actually, reflecting on what you said, he doesn't seem like someone who's got that much energy. Harbaugh has a lot of energy.
Tomlin looked pretty burned out in a lot of his press conferences this year.
Yeah. Harbaugh's like, hey, man, I want to win at least one more. Tomlin seemed so done with it. But you'd be a hypocrite to say that you want Harbaugh and not want Tomlin. That would be insane. They're basically the same coach.
Pretty much, exactly.
So I don't think I would be opposed to Mike Tomlin, but if he brought the level of energy to the Giants that he did this year in the Steeler country, no, you would not want him because
not for the last like 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, it's been the same shit.
Done.
And the problem is, once again, and I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, Tomlin, it's his rosters. He had near full roster autonomy. He had final say on decisions, quarterbacks, every sort of player on the roster. And the reality is, I think this is what they were going for, like a last dance, and it failed miserably. He was the guy who organized the grocery list, bought the damn groceries, and then made the damn sandwiches. So he's mostly at fault for this roster. You brought in Russell Wilson. You brought in Aaron Rodgers. He apparently drafted Kenny Pickett. And I love Kenny Pickett, but he was a flop, and he kept Ben around for way too long. So, like I said, the Steelers can only blame themselves. Well, if you're just joining us, long episode of Days of Our Steelers. I was literally doing another podcast at the time. I'm working on Congrats Steelers, too. I mean, I have to now because of everything that happened with Tomlin. But as I said, honestly, personal opinion, it's long been time. It has been time for many, many years. That dude should have been fired for 2018, if I'm going to be completely honest. The moment he blamed an X-ray machine for losing a football game, that collapse, the egos running up muck in the locker room, that was the time to can him. But the problem is nobody sees it that way. And then you've been on the same cycle for 7 or 8 years. You needed this. You couldn't watch what happened last night, especially in the fourth quarter, and believe that everything was fine. You couldn't. Yeah, that's my fear, man. That Art's going to get lazy and promote Arthur Smith. That's my fear.
That's scary. That's really scary.
I don't trust RD2 with the coaching search.
With your history, the way that you've done things, you've got to nail this hire again.
Exactly.
You got Chuck Noll, you had Bill Cowher, and you had Mike Tomlin. That's the next phase of this stream. Was like, who do you want now to carry the flame? And is it Stefanski, which would also be hilarious? Like, you need a guy, and Tomlin had no head coaching experience before he stepped into Steeler gold and black. And I don't know, but I think whoever it is that comes in, I don't think the Steelers join that the NFL trend of hire fire. Whoever they bring in is just going to be there for a long time.
It's the Steeler way. I mean, they're going to try to look for it, but once again, you have to nail this coaching hire. Remember,
the other thing,
it was Mike Tomlin versus Russ Grimm. Mike Tomlin was a 35-year-old one-year coordinator when he first came out. Bill Cowher was a defensive coordinator, unproven when he first came out. Chuck Noll, he was a coordinator for the Baltimore Colts at the time. So once again, like they said, like, oh, who are you going to replace Tomlin with? Yeah, they said that about Bill Cowher. Who are you replacing Cowher with? Guess what? You found your next head coach who won you a ring. I mean, I know there's the argument that he won with Mike Tomlin's players, and that'll be winged until time eternal. But the problem is, the more time passes, the more people started to believe it. And it was really spreading. I think he heard that noise, and I think he got tired of it. It's like, you know what? Juice ain't worth the squeeze. I made like $20 million a year. I've already accomplished what I need to accomplish. I tied Chuck Noll's winning record. I can't do another year of this. See ya. He's doing the Sean Payton. I think he sees the writing on the wall.
Let's look at Bill Cowher's final seasons: 13-3 in 2001, 10-5 in 2002, 6-10
and then
in 2000, 15-1, right? And then they win the Super Bowl in 2005.
Yep, and then 8-8 in 2006.
And then he was gone, right?
Yeah, well, what happened was there was a lot that happened. His wife died of melanoma that year, and he experienced heavy burnout. So he just he left.
So, and then since then, the Steelers have been, it's not like, I mean, 10-7, 9-8, like, oh, you guys have been so mediocre.
Yeah, they are a C-plus team that pretends they're elite. That's the issue that they've always run into. The Texans' defense is what the Steelers believe their defense is. That's like, all they did was bring in a bunch of former Pro Bowlers. And as I said, the local media, the fans, we saw what the national media did not see. The national media defends Tomlin. They're going to hail him as like a huge champion. He will be in Canton. That's the reality of the situation. I mean, they're going to point to the no non-losing seasons, the ring, stuff like that, the AFC championships. But the problem is, if you actually look at how he's been coaching for the last decade, a lot of this is not really because of Tomlin. It's because of Watt, Boswell, Cameron Hayward, and a bunch of random splash plays and fluke bullshit. And they still think it's 2005. You can't win like that in the modern NFL. And we've seen it on repeat once they play real teams in the wild card. We saw it on real teams during the season. They were 1-6 against teams that made the playoffs this year. And the only reason why they beat New England is because New England flat out self-destructed on offense. That's not a Super Bowl caliber team to me.
I could see whoever comes in and steps into this role struggling. They're going to tank hard. The problem is you need that deep gut. This team needs 4-13. And I know a lot of Yinzers are going to be pissed about that, but the reality is, what has really shown you that we can make a run? My question is, I look at this roster. I look at how it's constructed right now, and I ask myself a question. Do you see this team making a deep playoff run? I'm not talking one playoff win. I'm talking like to the conference championship, Super Bowl. And to me, that answer is no. So quite frankly, I think it's time you got to pull the cord. I think you got to say, like, look, guys, it's been a ride. TJ Watt, you're going to go to Canton. The problem is he's extended, so you're not going to be able to trade him. Cameron Hayward, he might retire. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think he's gone now. And then you have a bunch of other guys that may be on the way out too. MVS is probably gone. You have Kyle Duggar, he's gone. Chuck Clark is probably gone. Jalen Ramsey might be a cut. So, well, the other thing, I mean, Omar Khan, is his job in jeopardy?
I don't think so. No,
his job is
he's only been there a couple years.
Hire, right? It's just yeah. So I'm not a criminal.
Well, chilling, we are going Super Bowl. We just got to go on SeatGeek. BC Network, hallelujah, hallelujah. I don't know about hallelujah. I'm just thinking it's more relief with me. It's just like, dude, it's long been time. I'm not celebrating this. I'm just like, dude, it's been way too long. It's just, you needed a change. You needed to make it happen. And the reality is, yep, it was Tomlin's decision. So it's just like, as I said, they were never going to fire Mike Tomlin. It had to be by his own accord. And it has always been this thing. He had the job for as long as he wants. But it is what it is, man. I said it's just incredible.
Look at that. I mean, that's 193 wins.
tied first with Chuck Noll. He got tied.
628. I can't believe in 19 seasons he didn't beat Chuck Noll's win record. Like, that's a lot.
Well,
of
he almost
seasons.
did. He almost did. But the problem is,
2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
One win.
The one was a mumble. The win in 2009, though, it's been 15 years since you've reached that point. It's been a lot of frustration ever since. First 5 years were frustration, and then once 16, 17 hit, the wheels just fell off. And you've been surviving off TJ Watt, Chris Boswell, and Cameron Hayward. Like a withered Big Ben. Well, they're not relevant. That's the problem. And the Steelers never saw it that way. They still thought they were legit contenders.
This is the Patriots essentially fired Bill Belichick. They saw that his time was over. Anyone can be fired. Al Michaels.
Yeah, but the problem is the Steelers don't see him as fired.
Right.
They don't fire coaches. Look how long it took them to fire Matt Canada.
Yeah, it did.
And he should have been gone the year before.
Long time. Yep. Let's get through all these supers so that you can.
The Inzer Mobile standard will be in the, I'm just letting them play in the background. I'm getting a ton of them. We're getting a ton of them. Like, everyone's just flooding mine. It's just like the Inzer Mobile. We'll do dumpster fire tonight too. So
there will be a dumpster fire tonight.
This is just like an emergency session. Because,
emergency stream.
Everything happened. Everything happened at once. And I'm trying to.
Dr. B.
Yep. This is the hilarious part to me. Like, him doing this after nearly pissing the game away 5 separate times, it is still hilarious to me. It's like, dude, you burned all 3 timeouts when you started. You more or less you pissed away a field goal by trying to go for it with 2 seconds left in the second quarter. Your vaunted historic defense blew 3 straight coverages, and you're doing that after Tyler Luke missed a gimme kick.
Yeah. There, you keep. Yeah.
Yep. Zach Taylor staying well. Bengals, congratulations. You're irrelevant because you're keeping everybody. They are deluding themselves into believing that they were just a Joe Burrow injury away from competing, which is nowhere near the case. Bungles in hell right now. Yeah, the Steelers are the Bungles with a shinier coat of paint. As I said, if Mike Tomlin did not leave, it would have been somebody else. But now the question is, as I said, I am afraid of this coaching search because I do not trust RD2. I think he's a fucking boob. He does not know what he's doing. He's a cheap ass. And honestly, my fear is he's going to get lazy and either promote somebody who was a former Steeler coordinator or promote Arthur Smith. He was a former coach.
That's scary because I just don't see Arthur Smith. Like, I don't see Arthur Smith lasting for
nowhere close. He was terrible. The Steelers and Giants are very similar in a lot of ways in terms of their ownership right now. They were hanging on by past reputation, shoestring, and like yarn. But now at this point, I'm just sitting here wondering. They have to nail this. That's why I was partially afraid of, like, as I said, like, it's not about like Tomlin had to go. I'm afraid of RD2. I am definitely afraid of RD2. Well, here's the problem. I mean, does Tomlin trade? I think he's just stepping down for the time being. I know he has one more year left on his deal, but I mean, at that point, he'd be a free agent. Well, we'll see, Mike Frank. We'll see. It depends what they do in the offseason. Like, do they go after an unproven target and see if they do that in quarterback, or do they just try rolling it back? Because I think Aaron Rodgers came here because of Tomlin. I think he's done. Fuck your standard. It's your own standard, buddy. Steelers org saw Tomlin. Marvin Lewis consecutive playoff record says, we are not breaking. No, Tomlin saw that and said, I'm not breaking that. Oh, I need to show receipts of Steeler fans who are trashing. Oh, dude, there were Steeler fans this year who told me to give up my fandom.
Yeah,
there's that's why I didn't feel good about the Colts game.
A lot of receipts.
Because it's just like, they just delude themselves and the thing gets right.
Man.
And a bunch of people were flexing on me saying, like, this is like the bad part, like a terrible fan. It's like, what? Have you not been paying attention for the past 7 years?
I find the irony of your fandom and the other fans, how they treat you. Like, you're one of the more realistic Pittsburgh fans, but that whole crowd of like Steelers going to Super Bowl, like, yes, you join them when they're winning.
I do. I bought in a little bit earlier too. I fell for it too. So I'm putting myself in that category too. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, put it out there.
Yeah, as I said, they never fired him. They were never going to fire him. RD2's too infatuated with the Steeler way of never firing a coach since the Vietnam War.
It's just a breakup between two people that were sick of each other. Like, this is an amicable divorce.
Dude. It has long been time. As I said, I'm not even happy about this. I'm just more relieved. It's like, like when you're like your caretaker that's been dealing with somebody that's been sick for a very long time. You're not sad. You're not happy. You're just relieved it's over. That's what it feels like to me. Anthony Campanelli? Maybe. As I said, we'll see.
I mean, luckily, you've got a lot of choices. You know who you should hire? Kevin Patullo. He's going to be available.
You know what would be the ultimate nightmare? Nick Sirianni gets fired and gets hired by the Steelers. I would fucking scream. And Philly fans are trying to dunk on me, saying like, oh, you bitched at Philly and your Steelers are terrible. Well, guess what? Your team squandered a shitload of potential. That doesn't change thing, man. I just told the truth about your fucking team. And in Xbox, the Steelers would like to announce their new head coach. Speaking of which, Super Bowl 59 winner Nick Sirianni. Actually, you know what? I have to shitpost in real time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hire Nick Sirianni.
And
yes, it's like I would just be throwing shit at the wall. It would be bad. I could see RD2 doing it too. And if you can have any coach, who do you want? A few years ago, I would have loved Mike McDonald and also Ben Johnson, but they're gone. They're entrenched.
This is a great call by MRE257, Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman. I don't know if he wants to leave Notre Dame.
No, I don't think so either, but man, he could be that guy for 20 years.
Correct.
Like, you could. Well, remember, that's a 20-year guy.
Remember, the Steelers tried to hire Joe Paterno, like before they hired Noah a long time ago. They brought in Anna Parseghian, I believe it was, and Joe Paterno turned him down. He would have been their 20-year guy.
Yeah.
So think about that, an alternate history where Joe Pa's coaching the Steelers.
Yep.
And Red Hood, I told you Tomlin ain't Bill Belichick. He was always going to retire if he lost. I respect him for keeping the standard the standard. I mean, as I said, we just got delayed a week. I mean, we shouldn't have been there because, Tyler Luke should have made the kick. But I think both Baltimore and Pittsburgh get the resets they desperately need. And, bro, Tomlin's been a coach since I was born, dude. I was in college when Tomlin got hired. I think it was a freshman. And Kraft C, the most hilarious scenario would be Tomlin to the Browns, Harbaugh to the Steelers, Stefanski to the Ravens. Ooh. And Zach Taylor's still Zach Taylor. The Bungles being the only team in the AFC North to still have their head coach is just perfect. They continue to bungle everything they touch. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Dude, I'm just getting flooded right now. Yep. Tomlin take a year off and come to Indy when we clean house. I think that's what's going to happen. He'll probably pull a Sean Payton, or he might just stay on Fox. I think what's going to happen is, what does Tomlin gain from getting another head coaching gig? He's already accomplished everything. He already has a bust in Canton in the future. Why leave that to chance when we can just whinge and whine about the bullshit he pulled over the last decade? And, the stuff about how people say about Tomlin got carried by Cowher's players and Cowher's staff. Like, why not just not leave that to chance? Be like, hey, you accomplished everything, man. I mean, I don't have a problem with Mike Tomlin as a man. Apparently, he's a great man from what I've heard. He's a tremendous leader of men.
Oh, I'm sure.
But at this point, I still thought he was a good coach. He was just well past his expiration date.
The game
had passed him by. It happens. It happens to a lot of coaches. It happened to Belichick.
There's no stories of Mike Tomlin shitting on people, of mistreating people, of Josh McDaniel-ing, what's his name, bringing in a player and being like, yo, I have a spot for you, and then cutting them the next day. There's none of that about Mike Tomlin. So he seems like a guy. Yeah, he's a professional that to last 19 years in the Steelers organization, there can't be stories of that from you.
No. I mean, that's probably a cult of personality. He had a gigantic ego. He never really gave up control.
Yeah.
That defense was his baby. But at the same time, as I said, there was no issues with him with personnel. The players loved playing for him. He never lost the locker room. It was always that. As I said, it's at the end of the day, as I said, he is going to King. I mean, it's inevitability. He will be there. Just the question is when. And no more standard tanking's back on the menu, boys. I mean, as I said, it's kind of like Harbaugh. As I said, at the time when he started, he was the fresh coach we needed. But that time's long since passed.
Yep.
Jesus plays activity for 10. Congratulations, Brian Flores. You're the new Steelers coach. Maybe. Brian Flores. Ooh. Has he learned from his mistakes in Miami? That's the question. Because I like Brian Flores in Miami. But the question is, has he gotten less abrasive with plays?
Yeah, but does he sue you when this team sucks, you know?
I don't know.
Because they're about to suck. They're about to suck.
I mean, they're going to suck bad. They're going to suck bad.
You don't
and
have
they
a
need
quarterback?
to. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They need to. New England was terrible for 3 years. They're finally back. But the thing is, the Steelers have needed this for a long time. And you can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
And Yankees fan, no matter how they write it in history, Tomlin's finally gone. As I said, it's just relief. It's like, as I said, it's just, I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm not celebrating. I'm not shedding tears. It's just like it's over. It just feels like I finally we're off the carousel. Like you could not go back for another year of this. You just couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not after that fourth quarter. And Steelers will re-sign Rodgers and hire Salah. Sad part is Aaron Rodgers is your best option at quarterback. I don't think he comes back, though. As I said, I think Rodgers and Salah, I don't think they're not meshing. So Rodgers would leave instead of do that. And Eagles fans, so when do we fire Patullo and Sirianni? Dude, I'm shocked Patullo's still your head coach. He's still your
OC for life.
Yep. The standard's the standard, baby, especially in Philly. And Sladorov, the Packers organization is such a joke. The fact that the Steelers parted ways with Tomlin. No. Steelers didn't part ways with Tomlin. Tomlin stepped down. Huge difference. Yet the Packers still won't fire MLF. The standard's no more. Matt LaFleur might still leave. You have to consider that too. Because Matt LaFleur, they may have a money issue in Green Bay. That's why he might leave. So you have to consider that too. And E-Rock, no, what have you done? The standard. Steph, the phobia slayer. Mike Tomlin stepping down. This leads me to one conclusion. The Super Bowl! Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl, my friends. We are going to the Super Bowl. I think this is a lot of Yinzer. Yeah, I mean, a lot of Yinzers are celebrating this right now, but as I said, it's just you have 7 straight playoff losses. You've had no success. You've been getting destroyed. You've lost you've had at least a 21-point deficit in every single loss over the last 7. You've tied Marvin Lewis in futility. So at this point, yeah, if you kept around the same core, you would have lost the fan base. Easily would have lost them. Like you were losing them this year. You had Fire Tomlin chants going in the background. They booed Renegade. They didn't even play Renegade last night. The only time they played it was in the Texans locker room. So, I mean, it just is what it is, man. And Sean Shanley, if I were RD2, I'd wait until after the Hoosiers game and snag their coach. He just got extended. He's not leaving Indiana.
Yeah, Cignetti is about to be. I mean, they're not going to be able to match what
nowhere near it,
pay
man.
Cignetti.
No, I think he's already getting $15 million a year. It's a Brock Star. If Zach Taylor's the only one left in the AFC North, Luigi wins by doing nothing. Zach Taylor, Luigi wins by doing nothing. Be lucky that Daddy Davis Mills wasn't playing. Yeah, buddy. Hold on.
Oh man, that could have been worse. The game. I mean, we'll talk about it tonight on the dumpster fire, but it was here. Let's let me link you all to the dumpster fire.
Yeah, you see all my stuff here. Oh, by the way, there's also a little sneak peek from Aberica, and he sent me a thing too. It says live report from Aberica. That's why. So as I said, there's a little hint on my computer. I do not have a porn folder. So don't be shocked by that. I don't have like, oh no, it's just like super lewds and it's just like some degenerate bullshit. So none of that. But yes, I'm trying to find. I'll get it later. JPJH, respect for Tomlin, but Pittsburgh needs a change. We've needed one for a while, dude. We have. And wife swap AOC North edition.
That's funny.
Yeah, buddy.
Very funny.
William Gray, end of an era. The good, the bad, and everything else. It's complicated. It's like Ben when he left, you know? You still got your ring. He led you to another Super Bowl. The early years were really good. He was the breath of fresh air they needed, but things get stale. They get stale every time, man. I mean, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And did that seriously happen? Correct. For those of you that have just joined, Mike Tomlin has resigned. He has stepped down. He has not been fired. He has stepped down after 19 years of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He met with Art 2. He has stepped down. He is, I don't think he's going to be coaching this year, but I think the burnout finally hit him. He looked tired. He looked very tired. So he has mostly stepped down, and after a historic 19-season run, we'll be looking for their fourth head coach since 1969.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who've just joined us, that's what happened. Is this the most high-profile coaching exit in recent memory? Him and Harbaugh? Yeah, easily. Easily. Tomlin's going to take a year or two off. I believe so, too. And imagine if Harbaugh and Flacco were Steelers next year. I don't know, man. And Michael D. Sell. Hi, guys. I'm in shock. I knew it might have happened, but I'm in shock. I think I'm just surprised that he did it, like, tied with Noel. I thought he would have tried to break it. And simply that guy, I know this is the right decision, but I feel the same way that Stranger Things ended. Like a massive part of my childhood just ended. It felt like season 8 of Game of Thrones. That's what this felt like. It's just like you had everything, but everything just the ending just went to shit. The writing was terrible. That's what it felt like to me. And apparently, Stranger Things, like, it has a weird ending too. Like, it's very mixed in terms of its response.
I haven't watched it.
I'll always love Tomlin. Thought it was time for him to go. It is long been time. And not football related, the Cardinals have traded Arenado to the Diamondbacks, and D-backs will only be paying Nolan $11 million. Well, they've wanted to trade Arenado for a long time. And why are the Cardinals trying to imitate the football Cardinals in incompetence? Because, I mean, as I said, they've been trying to get rid of Arenado for a while, and they're trying to undergo a rebuild of their own. The St. Louis Cardinals and Pittsburgh Steelers are very similar in terms of what they do. The fan apathy has really hit the Cardinals hard. The Steelers are going to be hitting that point, especially if they start losing games. That stadium's going to empty. Yinzers are bandwagon. Very bandwagon.
Oh, you're calling out the fan base.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, we all are. I mean, the thing is, too, like the Penguins have lost their sellout streak. It just is what it is. We want to see winners. Look at the Penguins. That's my example here. Mike Sullivan, good coach, led them to back-to-back cups. He had gotten incredibly stale. He was well past his expiration date in Pittsburgh. People had asked, where are you going to find another Sullivan? And here's the problem. They look refreshed now. They have a lot of issues. Don't get me wrong. They've blown a bunch of multi-goal leads. They've had trouble scoring the last few games, but they're in the playoff hunt. I have the most enjoyment watching the Penguins now than I have in years because they have a fresh outlook. They have perspective. They have youth on the way. I mean, you still have the old core there. If the Steelers can be that and then bring it back, the thing is, I think they're in a decent spot, but they have a lot of work to do. And I think it's going to be a few really tough years, and they need this. They have needed this for a long time. And honestly, as I said, like, I know people are going to be bitching like, oh, no, and then everyone's going to bitch. It's like, and then scream and yell like come 2026 and we're like 4-13. But I'm going to tell you, we needed this. We have needed this for a long time. You can't survive 9-7, 10-8 and get your ass kicked in the wild card. Not a fucking chance in the world. You can't tell me you saw last night with how inept the offense was, with how Aaron Rodgers laid an egg, how Arthur Smith's offense died against another elite defense at home, and tell me that you need another year of that. You can't. You fucking can't. And watch them hire John Harbaugh. Yep. Tom made a video. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm going live. I'm working on Congrats Steelers right now, but now I have to rework my entire script because of what happened now. I thought it'd be another day or two before he would. And Red Whaley 14, as much as I'm glad he's gone and that we can finally do something new, I'll miss him a little bit. I mean, that's normal. I mean, he did win you a Super Bowl ring. The early years were really good. It's understandable, man. But finally, someone new, get Flores. As I said, I want to see who their candidates are. If they get someone like Matt Nagy or Arthur Smith, I'm going to fucking flip. And as we playoff wins since 2017, Cleveland 1, Pittsburgh 0. Cleveland had an 0-16 season in that time, and that win was against Pittsburgh, correct? Do you know who has a playoff win since Mike Tomlin? Mike Mularkey.
Yeah.
Mike Mularkey has a playoff win. Yes, with the Titans against the Chiefs 2017.
That's right.
I am not joking.
Does.
Not joking. Doug Marrone has a playoff win against the Steelers.
Who was the Jags coach when they came back on the Chargers? Or
Dougie
was
P.
that
Dougie P.
Who? Yeah,
Dougie
Doug
P.
Peterson. So Doug Peterson won one
Dougie
with
P.
the Jags.
I mean, he won a ring.
Ooh, this is a good one. Anthony Lynn.
Yeah. Dougie P. Like the Eagles, they fell to shit, won a ring, fell to shit again, fired their head coach, won a ring, and then may potentially fall to shit again. And they are more than the Steelers.
What is this?
They've won 2 rings. The Panthers nearly won a game. The Bears won a game. The Broncos could have won a game.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Lucas for 20. My whole life has mostly been Tomlin, some Bill Cowher. After 2018, it should have happened. Yeah, as I said, after 2018, the collapse, the X-ray machine comments, the stuff with the locker room. Yep, Days of Our Steelers. Yes, all of you that are here, welcome to Days of Our Steelers, and a lot
emotional damage.
A lot of emotional damage, my man. The ride apparently has ended. The ride has apparently ended. And now it will soon probably all be clean. Because now we are apparently going... We might need a positivity rabbit, like the Eagles did. The Eagles might have survived like that, too. They might have done, too. Underrated, Joe Shane is a football terrorist, and he still survives. As I said, the Giants and Steelers are pretty comparable. The only thing that separates them is the stability. But the Giants had stability, too. It went to shit. Now you're in 10 years in the abyss. Texans beat them so bad, Tomlin left. I mean, the Ravens did, too. Bills did as well. Browns did. Chiefs did. Jags so humiliated them at home. And Midwest guy, so if McDermott loses in Denver, will we see a Pittsburgh and Buffalo flip? I don't know. I think McDermott might have done enough to save his job because Josh Allen saved his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian Chua, so congrats to Steelers 2026 version 1. I'm working on it. I have to rewrite my script now. Because as I said, I did it for the Steelers playoff game, and I was under the expectation that Tomlin was staying. And Virtuoso, Tree, you should be running outside shirtless like Antonio Brown. I'm free. No. No one needs to see me shirtless. It's bad. Toro MC Johnson, as a Texans fan, you should do a rebuild like Houston. Yeah, you were forced into a rebuild. But here's the thing. You have a dynamite defense. That defense is what the Steelers brass believes their defense is. Brian Dable, no. I think he goes back to the Bills. Azores, next Steelers coach, Mike... No fucking Mike McCarthy. I know they're going to go with the fucking local angle, but I do not like Mike McCarthy. Fuck no. No Mike McCarthy. Please take him for the love of God in Tennessee. There's rumors my Titans are interviewing him. I already have no hope it's this. Here, Azores, I'm going to get you one even worse. Matt Nagy. Him and Tom Bargozzi, the GM, are very tight from their time in Kansas City. Brian Flores, maybe. And Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin, who steps up next is the question. We'll see. There's a lot of work to be done with this head coaching cycle. And Tomlin may go TV and reports that they want Tomlin. Yeah, I think he goes to Fox. That would be my best bet. Local sports greater than national sports. Unless you're a Steelers official reporter, then you're just a cheerleader and propaganda wing. That's what it is. Like Mark Cabali, Aditi Kikwala, a few other guys, Brooke Pryor. Like they're a propaganda wing for the Steelers. They want cheerleaders. That's always been their thing. And Bo Raven 22. What if the Ravens won, thinks Harb stays? I don't know. If they'd blown out in the playoffs like this, I think they still fire him. So I think it would have been another week. And I think the Texans would have blown them the fuck out too. I agree. It got stale for both. They both needed changes. And team, hot take, you get a new coach outside the NFL. I know they're saying Marcus Freeman. I don't think he leaves Notre Dame. Oh, you're thinking the outside the box. Pat Narduzzi? No. No fucking Pat Narduzzi. No. He fucking sucks. And do you think there's going to be pressure from within the Steelers and local media in general for the new coach to have Steeler pedigree? I don't believe so. I think the local media is just saying we need a fresh perspective. My worry is with RD2, I think he's going to want that Steelers connection. So that's my worry. And that's why I think they get lazy and promote Arthur Smith. And how does Zach Taylor keep his job? Because Mike Brown's a fucking boob and he needs to die. That's why. There, I said it. Start Will Howard? God, no. Yeah, the Will Howard cult is like fucking Shador Grip to me. Like, he never played in the preseason. He got injured. He barely takes snaps, and suddenly everyone wants to start him. I think he's going to be good. Yeah, did you see Max Brosmer? That's probably Will Howard.
Mhm.
And congrats, Zach Taylor, on surviving the AFC North's red wedding. Guess what? The Blackburns send their regards. Crew Kid 52, Tomlin wasn't going to leave until he wanted to. And I guess after being humiliated, and being humiliated by a defense. Zach Taylor in the AFC North. This is him right here. Zach Taylor just stands there, and he lives.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Taylor lives. Yeah, and it would be two geese at the same time. Yep. You called him 2017. This was inevitable. I mean, Terry Bradshaw called him a cheerleader 10 years ago. You haven't won a playoff game in a decade. You've lost 7 in a row. Not many coaches survive a lot less. And Zach Taylor is Arya in the red wedding. No. He's Walter Frey. I'll find another. Brockstar. Unrelated, but there's a hilarious AI clip going around of Ben Johnson giving a super kick to Matt LaFleur. No. My favorite one is Mike Tomlin in the locker room saying, like, we may have lost, but now we're on track for finality. That's hilarious, man. And Kevin James is Sean Payton for coach.
That one's good. That one's really good.
Alphaba. What's up, Alphaba? And Loud Silencer. I heard Kevin Patullo has a job opening if you're looking for a Super Bowl winning pass coordinator. No, I'll pass. Thank you. Tom Randall. I've only been alive for Cowher and Tomlin. I don't even remember Noel. So it was Cowher and Tomlin for me too. Absolutely stunned by this news. I don't know where they go from here. I mean, as I said, for those of you who don't understand, the Steelers haven't fired a head coach since 1969. By that time, they were about to make preparations to land on the moon. The Vietnam War was heavy. Richard Nixon started his first term as president. John Lennon was still alive. Like, the rock and roll was heavy. I believe the top songs at the time were, Jimi Hendrix as well. Not Jimmy, but I mean like Creedence Clearwater Revival, Jefferson Airplane, stuff like that. And as well, Ronald Reagan wasn't even in politics, or if he was just small California politics at the time. So it's been a long time. You've only had 3 head coaches since that time, so this is big news. That's why there are 6,000 people here right now. Sean Shanley, does this mean you do a Congrats Steelers video with Tomlin stepping down at the end of it? I need to change up my script. And every AFC North team has no head coach, correct? Well, no. Bengals still survive. And Ryan Prindle, Saints play the Steelers next season. Oh, and Mickey Loomis still lives too. And maybe this time the Steelers can hire a head coach from the offensive tree. I don't know. We'll see. Pansy with a fitty bomb. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Hey,
Tree
Tree.
there.
Did you see the Texans mascot ripping the terrible towel? Yes, that happened. And I already know damn well what the consequences are. Correct. So that means they're losing to New England. Put all your money on New England, kids. And so are the Demon. Who do they go for with Tomlin gone? What are the names you'd like versus hate to see? I need to see who their list is. But in terms of hate, any retread. I don't want Matt Nagy. I don't want Mike McCarthy. And I especially don't want Arthur Smith. And no more head coaches whose hirings began in the 2000s. An era's truly over. I'm only 21 and I already feel ancient, dude. Look at me. I'm 37. I'm going to be 38 on Saturday. Embrace Zach Taylor. Embrace white Marvin Lewis. Zach Taylor doesn't make the playoffs enough to be Marvin Lewis, dude. Somewhat bulletproof, the days of our Steelers reboot is a success. Not needed, endlessly derivative, boring, predictable, lack the spark of the original run, and tells us nothing we didn't know from the original season. Correct. And it ends with a little bit of a bittersweet farewell with Tomlin, too. So, days of our Steelers will be coming back. And does Tomlin enter the Giant sweepstakes? I don't believe so. I think he takes a year off. And no more living in our fears. You say that now. RD2's still here. He lives in his fears all the time. I'm just happy for you, Tree. Shout out you in 5 points. Been here since 2016 and will be forever. Thank you, Hoodrick. I agree with you, man. I'm going to grab another drink real quick. I'll be right back. I'm getting a little parched. I'm getting very parched.
All right, I'll go through these while you do that.
Thank you.
All right, Axiom. You can have McDaniel and Tua from okay.
No.
Steelers gonna tank bowl. That's what Evan Rock says. Great. Oh, March for Yankee fan says March for Arch. Floor for Dante Moore. Yeah, none of these. The catchy phrases are hard to come up with. Alpha blah. Andy Reid should be. Reid's not stale yet. They just missed the play. They made the Super Bowl last year. They're fine. Fourth wall. Don't break the fourth wall. Thank you, Mike. This is one of the rare positive ones here. It was time, and he had been here for a while, but he's a great guy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a problem with him as a man. I think he's a great guy. But I mean, as I said, I'm going to counter you with Andy Reid being stale because he's kept Matt Nagy around.
Yeah,
that's why.
But he's got Spagnuolo, Ethan Jones, Super Mario for head coach, Mario Cristobal.
No, Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux. Oh, okay. I was like Mario Cristobal, but I'm not Yinzer enough to understand that it's Mario Lemieux. Another cheap at. Yeah, the Penguins are fucking going down, dude. And the Pirates suck, dude. Fucking nutting. That's a whole video on itself.
Hey! The Pirates finally signed a guy to a multi-year deal this year. Ryan O'Hearn, 2 years. First time Devon Nova. Let's go.
For Villa, I don't think anyone else is getting fired. I think it's done. I think if any team that won a playoff game this year, it's going to be really tough to fire your coach. The shadowy Yowl. It's the end of the year in the NFC North. Yeah, it is attaining oneness. Just seeing the news. Wow, kudos to Tomlinson. Reading the room. And Steeler fan 90, praise be to Jeebus. Artie's dementia, yeah. He's RD2's, you don't like him. They're not inviting you.
Nobody likes RD2 here.
The Steeler land. Marie, yes, it's Marcus Freeman. We read that one. Connor Cahill, respect Tree for not celebrating. And
I mean, there's no reason to celebrate. I mean, it's just like it has long been time. It's more like Tree. I'm surprised he actually did it.
Alex A. Merling says you're free. Finally, HTX Lifer Tree. Will you be rooting for the gritty mom and pop Texans for the rest of the playoffs? I think they're going to go far. For me,
it depends if CJ Stroud. He nearly cost them the game yesterday. 5 fumbles.
Yeah. Oh, he was bad.
Like at 3 turnovers. The defense bailed them out. The defense had more points than the Steelers' offense did.
Yes, Easy E. Better yet, Aaron Rodgers takes over. Terrell Jackson, regime changes can be disastrous. Trust me, as a Browns fans weighing in. I love it. Cam Bam, the Steelers will somehow finish 9-8 or 10-7 every season from now on. Without Mike Tomlin, that would be fucking amazing. Steelers should go after Kurtz and Yeti.
They are not going. Signe's not leaving Indiana.
Yeah,
he's not.
No, he's getting paid. MKI, how about Josh McDaniels? The trolling here. The trolling from the fans.
Yeah.
The lazy ninjas forever. Mike McCarthy come to town. Oh, come on. You don't want McCarthy.
Yeah, and the worst part is I'm going to be punched on clickbait this week, too.
You are, buddy. Green Shark Al Harris from the Bears. Oh, former Packer Al Harris.
Joey Porter Sr. No.
He was
a linebacker coach.
He would make everybody fucking try to squat 800 pounds and then just call them pussies for not winning. Joey Porter Sr. Remember he started that fight against the Bengals? That was hilarious.
Yeah, he started. He was on the field and actually Pac-Man tried to charge at him, hit a ref, and flagged it.
Jason Garrett for head coach. Jack Call says Brian Flores watch. That's not a bad consideration though. His lawsuit is pending. Benjamin Verdi says Rodgers walks right now, right? Yeah, Rodgers is.
Yeah, retiring. I think he's done. He's done. I mean, he was
Stevens hilarious outcome. Brian Kelly. Oh my god. No. Yeen 125. The most hilarious outcome would be to trade for Matt LaFleur. Would also be hilarious.
Jeebus.
Sam Luss, Declan Boyle. Ooh, okay, or Matt Burke. But you got to wonder how much is Ben Johnson.
Jeebus saved me.
Yes, Jeebus save you. Arisef, Tomlin, and Harbaugh would be perfectly justified kicking their heels and doing TV for a year. That's possible.
I agree. I think they should.
Harbaugh, with all the interviews, shows you he wants a job. And he's
here's the thing. Have you looked at his demands?
They seem pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, $20 million a year, roster autonomy, $10 million staff budget, and would select his own GM. Would you do that for John Harbaugh?
This is true.
Well, it's Tony
How much
Grossi
is this
from Cleveland.
true?
So, but I mean, he choked double.
That's why I think the Giants might hire Stefanski, because they're like, he's a yes man who's going to listen.
You're going to keep Shane in that regard.
Yeah, and then his cost is going to be lower, and he's got more long-term potential.
Yep.
Capacitated flux. Now Tomlin can go back to solving medical dilemmas. Arigineum. Stephen A. Smith for Steelers head coach.
Stephen
make
A.
you beg
Smith.
to bring him in. Yes.
Oh,
Nesquik. Tomlin's gone. Sounds like you have room for Cliff Kingsbury now.
Nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Good Lord. Mike Tyke.
I had to say it.
3246 feels crazy that Tomlin was a Steelers coach as long as Chuck Noll. Yeah, that is
Nowhere
crazy.
close. I mean, Noel had 23.
Coaches have an expiration date. Prime Jaders,
Exactly.
I know this would never happen. Not in this timeline, but Tomlin to the Bengals. Oh,
No, Mike Brown's too cheap to pony up for him. And here's the thing with Noel, like he got stale in the mid 80s and they kept him around for way too long too.
Sarge 623 game left him behind, and he still managed to. Yeah, that you got to give him credit for that.
Donald Trump, Mike Mitchell.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Billy Napier.
Oh,
No, Coach Prime. No.
This
Fuck
one here,
y'all.
Steelers going to call Mike McDaniel. I don't think McDaniel fits with the culture.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah. Joseph Johnson, it's the year of football jubilee. Falcons are free. Ravens are free. Chargers free from the Roman Empire. Yeah.
Osama bin Tomlin. No. The terrorist is multiple people, man. The terrorist was Matt Canada. Matt Canada was
an
the terrorist.
offensive-minded HC. Who would that
I don't
be?
think they will. I think they've gone defensive coordinators the last 3 times. I think they're going to do the same thing because RD2's stuck in the past.
Chris Shula or the
I have not liked how his defenses have performed the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Owl Cab. What's the best realistic scenario? Worst case scenario is Mike
bringing in a
McCarthy.
retread. Bring in a retread like McCarthy,
Or
Matt
Arthur
Nagy, Arthur Smith, someone like him. Best case scenario, you bring in a young, fresh mind, evolves the Steelers into the modern era. Whether that be an offensive or a defensive mind, we'll see how that goes. But I think like you need somebody with fresh ideas, new concepts to bring the Steelers from 2005 to the modern era, which they have not done, and they need to.
Tankathon has where is this?
Steelers picking Ty Simpson.
Yeah, that's
I'm not crazy about Simpson. I've not liked his
Rodgers,
performances.
Head coach, Steelers gonna tank.
They just elevate Will Howard.
Yes,
No.
yeah.
They'll
you
bring in
guys
a
are
they'll bring a
trolling.
placeholder. I mean, it might be Mason Rudolph as just your placeholder QB.
Mm-hmm. Bill Cowher's not coming out of
Cowher,
retirement. He's older
He's
than
65.
Terry
If you think
Bradshaw.
Mike Tomlin's out of touch, Cowher hasn't
Wow.
coached in 20 years.
Tanner sucks being a Browns fan. You
Yeah,
would
Mike
love this
McCarthy.
problem. Mike McCarthy, no.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, gone. Ooh, Matt LaFleur. Like, I don't think Matt LaFleur is going. Hard to believe 1990 was 19 years
19
ago.
years ago. I wish.
Yeah. That was 30
Fucking
years
wish.
ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
36.
Yeah.
Signet's originally from Pittsburgh, but as I said, he's not leaving Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Tomlin, no longer leader of men. I will say this about him. He stayed longer in my life than my father. Same as mine. Hey, Mike Tomlin's leaving for cigarettes, and he's not coming back.
No, he's not.
That's the reality of it. As I said, it's like the Steelers in the playoffs are like a deadbeat dad. They'll never, they'll always let you down. Another Rodgers year. No, I think Rodgers retires. I think Rodgers was only here because of Tomlin. Eagles fan, but we need to fire everyone but Vic, and you won't. I mean, you might get a placeholder. You'll blame Patullo for it, but Roseman and Lurie are going to hire your next OC. Sirianni should have no say in that. He cannot promote his own coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
And watch Bill Cowher step down from CBS and Tomlin replaces him? Maybe. But I think that would be ironic. And they do have an opening with Matt Ryan gone. But I think the more realistic scenario, they kick Terry Bradshaw to the curb and replace him with Tomlin on Fox. That's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Jimmy Johnson retired and they replaced him with Gronk. Mr. T. Killian. Why is there not much hype about the Signetti possibility? Because he's staying in Indiana. He's the answer at the pinnacle of the college game. He'd be a perfect fit for culture change. He's not leaving Indiana. He just got extended. Like, you're not going to, I mean, he's getting like 15 million. Let's look at this extension here. An 8 years deal with average compensation of 11.6.
Yeah.
So once again, I don't think he's leaving. Like, Indiana would throw a bitch fit. And so the Inzer's quest,
I don't think you're putting an Arch Manning, but I don't know. You haven't been in position to draft a franchise QB in a long time.
And the problem is this quarterback class is terrible.
I'm going to go. I got to take a piss.
Do what you got to do, man. Any chance the Steelers can click Kubiak? I would like Kubiak. But the question is, like, I mean, are they going to allow him to do an offensive vision? That's the problem. I mean, does he have a Rolodex of decent coordinators that he can call on? The Butzel. It's going to be jarring seeing the Steelers actually bottom out. Like, I don't know what their floor is. Well, it depends what happens from here. Like, does Hayward retire? Does Rodgers retire? I think they do. I think a lot of the vets are going to go. TJ Watt's stuck here, but the question is, you're not going to be able to trade him, not with that salary. And he took a major step back this year, not just with the injuries, but he just didn't look like his game-changing self. And remember, Boswell, for as much as great as he is, he's going to be 35 at the start of next year. And I didn't realize that. I'm like, what? How much does he have left? And he was a beast. This will be new territory, seeing the Steelers bottom out. It's been time, dude. You have not had a sub-5 win season since 1969. They need it. That's the problem. It's not even a sort of thing like I'm cheering for it. I mean, I said a long time, I've wanted the Steelers to become the Cleveland Browns of the NFL. I might be getting my wish. So it is what it is, man. It took way too long, though. Breaking. Steelers hire Raheem Morris. No. Ooh. Him and Arthur Smith on the same staff would be gold. Mike Tomlin did say he wanted Raheem to have a job. Raheem was fucking terrible. Maybe as a defensive coordinator, not as a head coach. And I hope for some reason they hire Arthur Smith as the next head coach. No. Bonus low points if they bring Matt Canada back to be OC. No. I'd be in my Perna arc with the Russell Wilson era.
Yeah.
Does Tomlin take a year off or come back? I think he takes a year off. And there is one QB option. The elite, Joe Flacco. And don't let this coaching change distract you that Jason Garrett is one of the better Titans head coach interviewees. They're going after Matt Nagy. He has a close relationship with Mike Borgonzi. I think that's their pick. And I will laugh hysterically when that happens. Foam. Lehigh Valley over here. It's odd seeing about him go. We bitched about it for years, but now that he's actually leaving, I feel a bit hollow. For me, as I said, I'm not happy about this. I'm not sad. I feel like a caretaker who spent years taking care of somebody who's been on death's door or had like a major medical issue or something like that. It's relief. It's just like, I feel like it's just like the cloud's been lifted. It's just like, I don't feel anything. It's just like, I just feel like I'm able to finally, we're off the carousel. It's like not even like I'm going to celebrate thing. It's just like, it's over. It's just, it's over. Now what?
Done.
It's what it is. We've been in the same rut for so long, we don't know how to really react. And could be worse. Jerry Jones says he's not retiring until he has the most Super Bowl wins as an owner. Well, he's living to 150. Congratulations. And he still probably won't reach it. Replace Arthur Smith with Mike McDaniel as OC. It depends on our head coach. And so, Pirates, hey, as I said, they brought in a multi-year deal. They didn't get Kaz Okamoto, though, which I'm shamed by. But yeah, I mean, I've liked their offseason moves so far, so we'll see. We'll see. And Tomlin leaving, clean house on entire coaching staff. I mean, I've never been a Danny Smith fan. I think he's extremely overrated as a special teams coordinator. I think he retires. I think he's like 67, 68 now. So I think he goes. Terrell Austin's gone. Arthur Smith might get a head coaching gig, so he's gone. Your offensive line coach, I did not like him. Pat, I forget his name. Whatever his name is, Pat something. But as I said, it's just like he was the offensive coordinator when for Matt Rule's Panthers, and he's not good. But at the same time, it's just there's going to be a lot of change, and it's stuff we needed. We needed it bad. And retard strength. Days of our two Steelers, 2 days harder. Steel harder. And Tomlin's so amazing, he helped the Browns get their first playoff win in 26 years. He also helped the Bengals out a few times, too. And the Ravens last year. Jesse Minter as head coach, perhaps? I would love Jesse Minter. But I think he's Raven-coded. I think he goes to the Ravens. He has that connection with the Harbaughs. And hey, KTO's channel got nuked for... What? When the hell the KTO's channel got nuked for spam?
What?
Hold on. What the fuck? You're fucking kidding me. What? How did KTO's channel get nuked for spam?
What is going on? Where
did he get hacked or something? This is the bigger news to me than Tomlin resigning. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck? KTO's a great
on?
dude. We met him in Dallas. Like, we've been in touch with him. He has a couple he has a kid, or I believe 2. He plays like men's league hockey. Like he still does solid videos. Like what spam has he done?
Yeah, it's not coming up.
Hold on, I have to.
Is he on Twitter? Has he posted anything about it?
Hold on here.
Jeez, that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I think for everybody, dude. Hold on, I think it's Karsten the Oracle.
It's not coming up.
There's usually KTO would be.
I can't find his.
I don't know if he
either.
like. Oh, here it is.
Oh, official KTO.
Yeah, here it is. Like he hasn't done anything since 2022.
What is going on?
But I don't know, man. I mean,
let me text him.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to do this real quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't understand this. He's probably just at work or something right now, just wondering what the hell happened. But yeah, this is the big thing right now, man. Like, if he's gone, no one's safe. Yeah, in case you're wondering, 2 big things happened. Mike Tomlin has stepped down as Steelers head coach, and apparently KTO, also known as Karsten the Oracle, longtime friend of the channel, both Five and I, we hung out a bunch in Dallas.
Yeah.
We've been in touch. Apparently his channel's been nuked for spam. So, yeah. I'm stunned. That stuns me. Tomlin hired in 2006. I was halfway through my U.S. Army career stationed in South Korea. Started playing World of Warcraft and George W. Bush was in office. I remember the controversy between him and Russ Grimm. Remember, it was between him for the finalists, but apparently there was a combination of issues. Plus, like Russ Grimm apparently had a weird, like he got super drunk at a bar, tried to celebrate, and apparently they chose Tomlin instead. So there's that. The kid from Cleveland for $30.06. Ugh, you bastard. Kind of strikes me like Flacco when he got booed by Cleveland before he returned to Cincy. Tomlin never expected the fan base to turn on him, and honestly, I don't think he could handle it. The fan base was turning on him slowly for a long time. It wasn't an immediate thing. The fan base just flat out broke in Buffalo. I think like even he saw it coming like after the Buffalo interviews. It's like, yeah, I hate my job too. Like I'm not doing well enough. I mean, I feel like, as I said, it felt like he burned out throughout the year. And the NFC North is the end of The Sopranos with Zach Taylor sitting on the table. Don't stop believing. Patriots fan here. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Yeah. Hey, you're going to miss him. You always owned us with Mike Tomlin. Even when you were fucking terrible. Tomlin was the Black Harbaugh, just slightly better. No. I'll do you one better. He's Doc Rivers with immaculate PR. Max Meat, MN for 91. I'm going to miss the Tomlinisms, but it was the only thing that hasn't been stale for years now. So long, Mike T. We were a soup, and he was the fork. and he needs spoons, and you bring in a former 2018 Pro Bowler. Sirianni Patullo, nuke. Are you ready to go for 8-9 Super Bowl tree? Oh, 8-9 Super Bowl? No. Yeah, we're going 7-10 Super Bowl, baby. 4-13 Super Bowl. Let's go. Oh, Jeremy Mejias. Watch the Steelers hire Matt Canada. No Matt Canada. It's crazy to think that Tomlin is the most successful Gruden disciple. Correct. Won a ring with Tampa Bay as their secondary coach. Hold on. Nick Kovac's calling. Longtime editor. Nick.
Hey, man, check the replies on the KTO tweet.
Yeah, I'm
KTO
looking
tweet.
now.
What happened here? Let's see here. I got a warning for spam too when I streamed and had a countdown clock showing when the game was starting. So apparently it's AI mods. Well, it doesn't make sense. Like, he never did anything. He just released videos.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Turn off this music, dude. We're gonna get nicked.
Well, it's just Dark Souls, but it is what it is. But I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? Like, this is more shocking than what Tomlin happened right now, man. Should I just re-edit the video title to Mike Tomlin steps down, KTO's channel nuked? I don't know what else to say. Like, this is more surprising to me. Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who just joined in, KTO's channel just got nuked for spam. So there is that. So, yeah, we're trying to figure things out on the fly. Hold on here. I have to...
Yeah, I retweeted it too.
Yeah, I was like, this is ridiculous. He has done nothing wrong. He just makes videos weekly on the NFL. Not even like recap videos, just historical stuff. Like, I still see his stuff on my feed. He gets hundreds of thousands of views per video still. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, this is scary. That the AI is like that bad.
Yeah, I know. You look at my interviewings, I don't care. But, yeah, I have to. Thank you all for the super chats, by the way. I don't mean to, like, throw you out. I'll get to each and every one of you, but as I said, it's just, I had to re-update this for everything that's happening right now. I don't know what to tell you. And like how Seattle felt when Pete Carroll was fired. Correct. And it was the right choice, especially with what happened in Oakland. Or, sorry, Las Vegas. Bills fan, can you guys please hire Joe Brady? No. 90% chance Steelers hire Mike McCarthy because he's the hometown guy. No, I do not want Mike McCarthy. I didn't even want him in his prime. He got carried by Aaron Rodgers for a decade. And if you hire Mike McCarthy, shit, Rodgers probably will retire. And I'm a Cowboys fan. Marcus Freeman would be great for y'all. Have fun getting a top 5 pick. I don't think he leaves Notre Dame. I'd be shocked if he does. I would love it. But here's the problem. I don't think he leaves Notre Dame. When is Congrats Steelers coming out, Tree? I was about to start working on it. Here's the thing. I actually got this news when I was doing another podcast with a guy named Jay Shields. I've been doing a podcast with him for a little bit. He came on for an interview. We were literally talking about the Steelers and Texans game. Literally, when I was talking about the Chargers and Patriots game, I find out Greg Roman got fired. And then as I literally do that, it pops up in my feed. Somebody said,
What's
like,
this?
big news.
Breaking news.
Said, like, yep.
Breaking news. The Eagles have fired OC Kevin Patullo after just one season on the job.
Yay.
Already through ding dong. This becomes a double stream now.
You did it. You did it, boys.
Did
Here it is. Here,
I'm upset.
So, hold on. And there's update 2. There's a longtime coach contemplating a change of scenery. And yeah, that's what I figured. It's not even that. It's not just that. But apparently Tomlin was not fired. He is voluntarily leaving. Here is the thing. Leaving the organization means the Steelers will retain his rights. It seems likely he'll take a year off, possibly do TV, and then become a trade candidate, similar to Sean Payton when the Saints held his rights and later traded him to Denver. So, not this year, but potentially next year, he might be on the trade market. So, yeah, it's just he's...
Oh, so they want to play the hold card. Like if you want to talk to Tomlin, wow.
Correct. They want 1 or 2 first-round picks.
More details coming in.
Correct. I want to see while the tweet about them firing Patullo. Yep, has fired Kevin Patullo. The ironic punishment would be a walk of shame by him being pelted by eggs. So, yeah, Patullo was a fucking hack. Sirianni should go too. As I said in my video yesterday, he is the only guy in the NFL I feel who needs a fucking IEP. It's bad. You know what an IEP is, right?
Yes, I know. I used to work in that field.
Yeah, as I said, it's
exactly what
bad.
an IEP is, an individualized education plan.
So, also, big news too. Fred Warner has been designated to return. He might return if they advance to the NFC title game. And that's a big if.
They have a chance. They have a chance.
And also, if John Harbaugh would be their head coach for a week. Exactly. That's what I figured. Like, it would have been just a week. Because, like, if they got blown the fuck out, he was done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as I said, Mike Tomlin making the decision gives off the vibe that he's known for a while. He needed a break. Yeah, I mean, if you saw throughout the year, he looked burned out. Very burned out. He looked withered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the NFL coaching grind takes a huge role on people. A very huge role. And as I said, it's long been time for both him and the team to go their separate ways. And my comparison, once again, Andy Reid and Philly. They both went incredibly stale, and they both had to make their separate ways. Andy Reid had to move on. The Eagles had to move on. It took about 5 years for them to really mesh and gel into their own, but it worked out for both. Andy Reid overcame his legacy of failure, became a dynasty, he's going to the Hall of Fame. The Eagles have multiple Super Bowls with multiple head coaches. So quite frankly, it's worked out for both sides. If Andy Reid stayed with the Eagles, they would not have had those successes. Neither guy would have. So this had to be done.
It had to be done.
Gerard Mayo's available. No, go fuck yourself. No Gerard Mayo. Need to hire Chris Shula. Ugh. Not with how his defenses have performed over the last month. And for the next 12 years, the Steelers will have Merrill Hodge as their next head coach, for better or worse. Merrill Hodge.
No, long-time Steeler.
Yep, long-time Steeler, Merrill Hodge. You know what? We'll bring in Rocky Blyer. Rocky Blyer will be our head coach. And we got to do something crazy like Antoine Randall. He's never been a coordinator before, dude.
Yeah, you can't just hire someone with no experience.
You'd be doing like the Antoine Randall to Heinz Ward throw. Blame Sirianni, Patullo all you want, but you can't deny the fact that Jalen Hurts is a severely limited quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. The problem is there are a bunch of Eagles fans over the summer comparing him to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. He's nowhere near that caliber. And Tomlin had a hell of a career with the Steelers, correct? I mean, once again, the early years, tremendous success, has a ring. He's going to Canton. I mean, the past decade was incredibly stale, but once again, he'll have a bust in Canton. So that just is what it is, man. I mean, you can appreciate what he did in the early time and realize it was time for a change. And as a Devils and Giants fan, how are my GMs both so incompetent yet so bulletproof? Tom Fitzgerald probably gave himself a no-movement clause like everyone else on the team. And the Giants, well, John Mara's a boob. He's Girardi too. And as a rare Cardinals fan, I'm preparing for the inevitable real Tomlin becoming Arizona. Oh, God, that would be perfect. They were Steelers West for a long fucking time. I could see that. Oh, dude, I mean, it would be a one-year placeholder, but I could see it. And section 623, this is like the Eagles and Andy Reid, correct? Next coach, Matt Canada. No. And Days of Our Steelers has been canceled. Not yet. We have a finale. And then Days of Our Steelers is gone. Nagy to the Steelers. Fuck you. No. And tree punishment. Recreate the AB free video. Do it. No. And Cignetti wins a natty with Indiana and then becomes back home to coach the Steelers. He's not leaving Indiana. And Jerry Mejia's Tomlin will be Jimmy Johnson's replacement. I thought Jimmy Johnson was gone. I thought he already retired.
Yeah.
It'll be him. It'll be Bradshaw, I think. And Malds for 50 bones. Jeebus, we need you here for these terrible picks. Tomlin and Harbaugh switched teams. Embrace it. Actually, there was something that did come out in the press conference that is like a little joke that Steve Bisciotti, holy shit, wouldn't that be awesome? Only if John Harbaugh takes the Pittsburgh job. What's Big Ben saying about this? Because I know he's probably going to say something. But yeah, it's Ben Johnson's. This is a rivalry. Big Ben, prime Big Ben. Philly's most wanted terrorist. It's been 5 minutes. Did someone hire Tomlin yet?
He's not going. They have his rights.
Yep. As I said, he was not fired. He's voluntarily leaving the organization. Trade him down the road. So.
There you go. He's tweeting. He's tweeting everyone.
So it's like a Sean Payton situation. He's stepping down and just rolling from there. And love Marcus Freeman alone tree. Carry on. Yeah, as I said, I don't think he's leaving Notre Dame. And is Jeff Fisher still available? I believe he is heading the new Arena Football League, so I don't believe he is available. Lovely, GG. Thanks, Tomlin, for being my first coach as a Steelers girl. So what if we get Gainer or Morris? I would die. Fuck those two. Terrible. Stefanski, the next head coach. I feel like he's not really a Steelers type. Nah. And do you miss George Pickens? He was never doing this in Pittsburgh, dude. He was never doing what he did in Dallas and Pittsburgh. Not with an Arthur Smith offense. Everybody interviewing Mike LaFleur. I don't like Mike LaFleur because Sean McVay runs that offense. He did not do well with the Jets in his OC stint either. And you guys should do the Patriot-style rework. We have to. You need to just be bad for a couple years, get your franchise guy, then slowly build up again. You have a decent little core. Troy Fautanu and Broderick Jones as your tackles. You have Jalen Warren, I think Kenneth Gainwell at this rate. I think you might keep him for another year, maybe as a free agent. DK Metcalf, you do have as a wide receiver. I don't think he's a true number one, though. His hands are too unreliable. Decent edge rushers. Jack Sawyer and Nick Herbig could be starters for the time being. You have Joey Porter Jr. as a potential lockdown corner. You also have potential linebackers. Maybe Peyton Wilson could really evolve into something too. But at the same time, I mean, those aren't going to win you a championship. Zach Frazier is your center. So you do have the pieces in place to do a quick rebuild. Maybe a year or two, just be really bad and then finally just push up. And I think if you do that, I think you're in a decent shape. But you have to be bad. You have to be really bad for a couple of years. It's going to be rough, but you need to do it. You've needed to do it for a long time. Am I the only one that's sad? It was time, but still, I'm not like happy about it. I'm just like, I don't know how to feel. I'm just like, eh. And my childhood is crumbling. First Harbaugh, and now Tomlin. The world we live in no longer exists. Yep, the rivalry is gone. Both will not be facing against each other. It was time for both Harbaugh and Tomlin to go. Correct. Just imagine the Steelers hiring Kevin Stefanski. Have no idea who Baltimore gets. No, Matt Nagy, please. I think you go after Jesse Minter. I think that's your guy. Matt Canada for Steelers head coach. No unbelievable bullshit flow. Fuck you.
Tula's available now.
Tula? Maybe.
Patula's available.
No, Kevin Patullo. Steelers go tank ball. No. In honor of Bob Weir passing and Tomlin leaving Pittsburgh, I have to say it's been a long, strange trip for sure. Yep. As I said, I have to rewrite sports ball now. What's one thing Tomlin never gets enough credit for and one thing Span will finally admit now that he's gone? Getting players to play for him. I would say that. Like, the players would live and die by that guy. I mean, I don't know if it was just his aura or something else, but there was never really an issue with, like, players quitting for long stretches of time. I think there was a little bit of that. The 2010s are officially over. I'm sad, dude. The 2000s are over, man. Bradshaw can now be taken behind the bar. Oh, he could sell. He can go take him back for where he bought that prize pig. And topic baseball. I'm so glad Tomlin's gone, but we should have fired him after last year. The actual real off date was 2022 or 23 after that Bills game, but they kept him around. And I think there was that after Vrabel, but now it's Brian Flores. Steelers get tank ball. I mean, it depends. We'll see what their coaches are. Do they throw away next season and tank for Arch Manning and Julian Sayin? Depends. The Steelers don't like tanking, but I mean, I think they might have to.
Yeah.
And I know Pittsburgh is a defensively defensive-minded, but I'm going to toss a wild card. Cliff King. Fuck no. Cliff Kingsbury is a fucking terrible head coach. I do not want him. He does not delegate. Like, if you think Tomlin has a control issue, Cliff Kingsbury has even more of a control issue. Steelers hire Flores. Tomlin 2.0. Perfect scripting. Depends how his offense is. And Yo Tree, Matt LaFleur and Malik Willis is a combo deal. Malik Willis is going to demand $50 million guaranteed. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Bringing in Urban Meyer, endless days of our Steelers. No, man. What about Jeff Hafley? Mainly to annoy Tom Grassi. Jeff Hafley would be an interesting choice. But my question is, I mean, he does have coaching experience in college. But would he want to be a head coach again? Ryan Day? If it's him or Lincoln Riley, I just like... Tree, imagine how hilarious it would be if John Harbaugh goes to Pittsburgh to replace Tomlin. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, it seems like a common theme.
It would be a lateral move. I don't know if it'd really do anything. And Celtics Big Three ain't even exist yet since Tomlin got hired. The Big Three. Anything's possible. Who do you want to be the Steelers' next head coach? I would want someone like a Clint Kubiak, a Jesse Minter. I would think maybe one of those guys along those lines. I would like one of them. A young, up-and-coming guy who's going to usher in a new era for the Steelers and bring them into the modern age of thinking in football. Mm-hmm. And, well, minus the always going for it on fourth down bullshit. Which Pennsylvania team's in deeper shit? Steelers or Eagles? Steelers. Eagles are what you get when you combine 23 Ravens talent with 25 Bengals management. And talk to Nick. I'd say Luigi Mangone for Steelers head coach. He always takes shots his fans want him to. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right. Easy.
A little bit there. Joshua Bowen, Panthers need to get Tomlin and run it up. They like Canales. They're not going to hire Tomlin. And as a Raiders fan, be careful what you wish for. Well, as I said with the Raiders, the problem is, like, the Raiders, who did they really fire? Who was, like, the last good coach they had? Was Jack Del Rio? But the Raiders fired him in general. John Gruden was fucking terrible. They should have never hired him back. And Jacob Gunno. I'm going to let the hopium take over. Texans guys Super Bowl and play Renegade. Played it in the locker room. John House. Ravens hire Tomlin. Steelers hire Harbaugh. The glorious cycle will repeat itself until both franchises croak. And Mark Madden stops being an armchair coach. Are you talking about me being Mark Madden? Because I do make a decent Mark Madden. But, I mean, Mark Madden will continue. I want to see what Mark Madden has said, because he is the voice of Pittsburgh. What has he said? What has he said? What has he said? What has he said? Eric Kasparowicz, Big Pop, Indiana Jones, College Athletic, TikTok, 20 minutes away. Defense allowed. He's been overqualified. Happy birthday, Lucio. Cowher was an immeasurably better coach than Tomlin. Yeah. I'm way overprepared. Tomlin out. Thank Christ. At 2 p.m., I said that if Tomlin announced a pride he quit, he was clearly listening. So he was actually live when this happened. So Mark Madden, there will probably be a video on him like popping champagne. Just how that is. Odds on Lane Kiffin leaving LSU.
Actually,
oh Lord,
hold on. I'm gonna tweet. So you do your thing, but I'm gonna have to do something with that.
Oh, Kofi saying no because you're just jealous because he agreed. So Jordan Schultz has said, I've already received 3 texts from coaches in this cycle who would want the Steeler job given the rich history and ownership there. Dude, you're going to be dealing with a rebuild really fast. In the eyes of people reacting in real time, this job is right up there with the Ravens as the cream of the crop. Because you get unlimited job security. Why wouldn't you want this job?
Yeah, at least 5 years of mediocrity. At least 3 seasons, you know.
Yep. Definitely. It's apparently Jazana Anderson saying a very interesting twist of a candidate. Did not have here's the thing. Mike Tomlin did not have a single branch of a coaching tree. That's the most damning part. Zach Taylor has a more fruitful coaching tree.
Yeah, because he had so many
lackeys and yes men. He had lackeys and yes men. Like, as I said, people are going to say, name me one reason why Mike Tomlin should have been fired. He trusted years of his offense to Randy Fichtner, Matt Canada, and Arthur Smith. That alone gets coaches fired. I'm just saying. V. Perez. I like to think Tomlin went, I'm not fired, I quit. Then jumped on the desk and DX crotch chop directly in Rudy's face with pyrotechnics going off in the background. He does the X-Pac. He does boom, 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 boom. He does that. Soupy Spirit. Steelers have had 16 coaches in history since 1933. Who will be 17? I don't know. How about Hugh Jackson? No. Canales B. Hector. Praise the Jeebus. Oh, we need Jeebus right now. Jeebus, we need you now. You saved us against the Ravens. You nearly saved us against the beautiful Texans. But that's it. After a lifetime of support, I dropped the Steelers this last offseason after signing Rodgers. That was never going to be the answer. Don't look at me. I didn't want him. The end result was all too predictable. Just shocked this actually happened. All the best, Tree. I'll always support you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. We're entering a new age.
It's a new era.
And Zombie Pouring. What if Rodgers comes back for one more year with his favorite Yinzer as head coach? Mike McCarthy is I'll scream if it's Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is fucking terrible. Like, honestly, if he comes to the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers should be, like, Mike McCarthy should be piggybacking off Aaron Rodgers like he did for the entirety of his career. And MK38, Arthur Smith, you are a Cleveland Brown. So is Jonnu Smith. Imagine a Shador and Jonnu's offense. Jet sweeps to Jonnu all day. Jonnu in the backfield. The AFC North is officially tank division. Oh, yeah, baby. Bring out the tanks. It was tank division this year. And Panthers get him as a head coach with a new OC and QB. They run it. Mike Tomlin's not going to bring in a fresh OC. And they're not firing Dave Canales. Why would they fire Dave Canales?
Yeah.
Mike done enough to keep his job. B. Wally, as a Cardinals fan, I will never forgive Tomlin and the Steelers for that Super Bowl, and I hope you guys hire Cliff Kingsbury. And what is your dream coach hire for the rebuild? I would say probably Jesse Minter or Clint Kubiak. One of those two. Buy it for Republic. Tomlin is either heading to the Falcons or Dolphins. Don't be sad for him. Maybe next year. I think he's staying put. I think he's going to take a year off. Pete Carroll. No. No. And UT should pay Grossi to do Days of Our Steelers. Maybe. He has the blood demon. He has his own thing. And might I offer you the incredible OC and Kevin Patullo? Your offensive coordinator, sir. Biden for head coach. That's Pete Carroll. Come on, man. And Antonio Brown is a good hire for the Steelers. Yep, we're going to promote Arthur Smith. That's my fear. Yep, the worst coach in the division is the only one to survive. And Josh Hopel for Steelers OC. That's not a bad choice. And Antonio Brown for Steelers head coach. He was rallying with Trump in Pittsburgh before the Steelers-Jets game and still roots for them. He said good things about Tomlin, but he ran himself out of town, so I don't fucking know. What do you think the Steelers head coaching job ranks in terms of which one's the most desirable? I think you are really infatuated with the stability, the fact that you're not going to get fired on a whim. The problem is you're staring in the face of a deep rebuild, and it's going to be painful. It's kind of like the Saints. Like the Saints had stability too, but as I said, I mean, they had trouble hiring people. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, not sure if it's mentioned yet, but Zach Taylor outlasted everyone in the AFC North. Correct. And please don't take my DC Jeff Halfley. I'll try to, Cormac. Hammer 0309 for 20. Let's see. Let's make a hypothetical, and they say they get an offensive coach. Do they change their defensive 3-4 mindset? I think RD2 might keep them to force the 3-4. I think that's the thing. Although you would survive, you do a lot better with a 4-3 because you only really have one starting linebacker in Queen. And then you can probably have you don't have a true nose. You have 3 techs. Like Derek Harmon and Keanu Benton are 3 techs. So you would actually work out better with a 4-3 scheme. Just saying. How about Mike McDaniel? No. Big Ben for Steelers head coach? Fuck no. $20 says they try Vic Fangio. We've tried Vic Fangio as a head coach. Didn't really work out. And time to make congratulations, Steelers. I was working on it, and then I found out about this and just had to jump on. What's one thing Tomlin never gets enough credit for, and one thing's finally fans with? I think I mentioned this earlier. It was just like players playing for him. Mainly about that. Like they took like certain games off, but they never really took plays off per se. That, and also he always did right by his players. I think there's that too. and Shy Guy. So I guess this season of Days of Our Steelers really did have some unforeseen twists. Very much so. And Tim, holy shit, we Houston Texans finally ended the career of Tomlin as leader of men. Absolutely. I see Lane Kiffin up there. Lane Kiffin with the Steelers. You bastard. Urban Meyer, anyone? Oh, he's going to grind all over the Steelers co-eds, these Yinzers. Mm-hmm. Lane Kiffin, a Steelers head coach, speaking of which. Jimbo Fisher for Steelers head coach. Oh, Lord. And the Black Box. Greetings from Germany. The NFL draft in Pittsburgh's going to be wild. I'm afraid they're going to try and make a splash to appease the fan base. That's my worry. Yeah. And CD Price. Steelers will hire an unknown assistant from the McVay coaching tree, drafting Trinidad Chambliss within the 2 and 3 round, and diva wide receiver and sign a back player from the Eagles roster. It's the Steelers way. You mean Brendan Ayuk? Ayuk's going to be free. And would you take Robert Saleh from the 49ers? I thought he got a bad shake with the Jets. I don't know if the Steelers would want him, though. I would love Robert Saleh. But as I said, I think it would have more to do with just the Jets being the Jets. I mean, he got a bad shake there. Frank for head coach. No. And video, how about the butt-chin Bill O'Brien? No. What could possibly go wrong? Sincerely, a text. You've already punished us, dude, man. Come on. And MKI. On a serious note, how about Vic Fangio? He doesn't fit the Steeler mold. I don't think so. You guys need a full rework like New England did. Correct. We do. Blake Dufresne. I have no faith in Mark Davis for our next head coach search. No football knowledge. Hoping TB12 and Spytech bring in Mendoza and Kubiak or Shula. You'll get Mendoza. You'll definitely get Mendoza. He reminds Tom Brady a lot of Tom Brady. Question is, who do you do for head coach? I'm not sure. You tried for Ben Johnson last year. Didn't work out. And now you're looking again. And as an Eagles fan, the Steelers being terrible is bad for football. We've been mediocre for a long time, dude. So is it really has that really been good for football? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Texans DC for head coach, Matt Burke? Maybe. But we'll see. And Steelers hire defensive genius Matt Eberflus. The Flus Goose. He's saving that timeout, and he's going to use it during the interview. And Alan Nadeau. You should see Bisciotti's reaction, both to Tomlin and being asked if Harbaugh would have lasted if Luke would have made it. Yep, I did see those. 1 week. In before Pete Carroll? God, no. And real talk. How have you kept moving forward when YouTube life isn't successful? I got to pass a nursing license exam and had to unlock too much to pass school. I mean, honestly, you just have to keep my belief is you just have to find a way to keep pushing one day at a time, man. That's all you can do.
Believe in yourself.
You can't look at the height of the mountain. You just have to look at what's in front of you. That's all you can do. Wish you the best of luck, my man. And Anthony Grant, not a Tomlin fan, but I don't think getting rid of him is good if it means a worse coach. And I don't see how any coach Rooney hires could be any better. They didn't get rid of him, though. Tomlin stepped down. So there's the problem there. And secondly, I am deathly afraid of RD2. I don't think he's going to make a hire. I think he gets lazy and promotes Arthur Smith. And when it comes out here, I'll be back here again flipping out shit. Kumar 01234, Ravens Steelers head spot coach swap is back on the menu, boys. Respect to Tomlin to get multiple 10-win seasons with the collage of mid to low-tier quarterbacks. You have to look at how they won, though. New England self-destructed. Indianapolis self-destructed. Bunch of Chris Boswell field goal against the Jets you nearly got humiliated from. 2 cases of insanely heinous ref ball against the Ravens and Lions. And Tyler Luke missed a gimme kick. This could have gone sideways really quick. They put everything in the luck stat for the last 7 years. Maybe longer. So there's that. And Alphaba. If the Titans hire Matt Nagy, they would cap off the worst 5-year run of personnel decisions ever. Have they made one good move since 2021? Cam Ward, maybe? I don't know. And so which current head coaching candidate do you not want the Steelers to get? Arthur Smith, Matt Nagy, and Mike McCarthy? No. And what are the odds the older big names get traded for picks? Watt, Highsmith, and Ramsey? Ramsey's gone. He has a 1-year deal. He's going to be a free agent or an instant cut. Highsmith, I don't know if you're going to get much for. He's a big deal. And TJ Watt, he has a $40 million contract. You're not going to get much for him. You might get like a fifth if anyone takes him. No. He's on a down year. He's 32. You're not going to get much for him. You would have gotten value for him 4 or 5 years ago. Not now. Maybe a couple years ago you would have, but not now. And Matthew Frank, as a Cowboys fan, you don't want McCarthy. I told you that. Also been here since 2017. Thank you to you and Fi for getting me through some tough times. Thank you, Matt.
Hey,
you, man. And trust me, I don't want Mike McCarthy either. And Steelers are probably going to hire Deion Sanders. No. No. That means we're bringing Shador, and it's going to be fucking terrible. We're bringing Shiloh, too. Steelers hire Nathaniel Hackett. Oh, God. And AI been flagging and getting rid of channels on YouTube.
Yeah, at first I was like, some of the channels were questionable. You know, some of them were legit, but KTO getting nicked is alarming and scary.
So here it is. I had a stream of 120,000 views that just got removed because it violated community guidelines about gambling. That's the same thing that happened to me. It happened to me on the Steelers stream. It got age restricted for gambling. And
really?
It's like, yes, because it was sponsored by DraftKings, and I have the paid promotion. It's like 18 plus. And it's done this like once or twice, and I'm like, what? Like, I do the disclaimers. I say play responsibly. I do all this stuff. And now it's 18 plus. I don't get it. This happened too. I think that's why I like stopped getting super chats at like 11:11. So it is what it is. It's like violating the regular goods policy. And yeah. It's like a review an issue. It's like I didn't get a guidelines warning. I was just demonetized. And appeal the decision. It's like I tried to appeal and it gets auto rejected. That's just how that is. So it's a regulated goods policy, but I don't get it. It's like access links, but it's sponsored material though, man. I don't care about your opinion on gambling. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And last time Steelers had an opening at head coach, Bill Belichick's girlfriend was in first grade. Oh, man. And Zach Young feels like the Steelers are the NFL's Miami Heat. A team that always preaches about a stale culture. Heat culture. But here's the problem. The Heat have made the NBA championship 2 of the last 5 years. Fine with a first-round exit and needs to rebuild. Well, here's the problem. As I said, they made the NBA championship a couple times. They have more success than the Steelers. And not short. In KTO's replies, it shows that he has had a contact with YouTube support. Looks like he has appealed and is waiting. So, good.
Yeah, well, it can take up to 2 days to get a human being to look at this.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And that's bullshit because especially if he has sponsored material on there that needs views,
yeah,
he's in trouble. I mean, as I said, he's probably talking with his contacts at Long Haul and Wasserman. He's with the same company I'm with. But as I said, it's just like this is horse shit. Like they are screaming at YouTube right now. And Eric Silver, rip KTO or whatever is happening. Him and 5 points are the big reasons why I got back to the NFL. Correct.
Oh man, thank you.
Yeah, I mean this is like he's one of the old guard, man. And Tree, how do you feel about him stepping down? It feels more like relief, like it had to be done. It's just one of those things, man. Like I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm not like elated or anything like that. It's just like it finally happened. I'm like, what do we do now? And it's like we haven't been in this situation in almost 20 years. And YouTube AI has been out of control, correct? YouTube AI has been terminating a lot of YouTube channels. YouTube themselves knows the issue but refuses to fix it. Yep. And Jeffrey, a reporter, promote Rodgers to head coach. Whole team gets suspended week 1 for microdosing over training camp. Wins 15 straight after returning. Man. U-Tree 5 points. I will follow you into the Vimeo. YouTube sucks. Nobody goes to Vimeo. That's the problem. I think the big one's Rumble. Like maybe their kick is like
Rumble. But none of them are as big. I mean, if you look at how much a view is worth, YouTube is the gold standard for both in terms of user experience and for a creator too. Like you can't. YouTube is the place. It sucks.
Yep. Marcus Freeman speaking to the media in a press conference setting on Wednesday at 1 Eastern. So, especially with everything that's happening and those rumors people are talking about. Just saying. And it would not be surprised if Brian Flores gets a real look because he was there very briefly. Yep. Blank check rating for Tomlin for whatever network he wants. Correct. I think he replaces Bradshaw Fox. No, actually, I don't get Ty Simpson. Not at all. I'm not crazy about it. So here, Jeremy Fowler on the Steelers head coaching candidates. Several defensive coordinators, LA Rams Chris Shula, Green Bay Packers Jeff Hathley, and Jesse Minter seem to fit that mind. Notre Dame's Marcus Freeman has rebuffed NFL intrigue, but could revisit that for a job like this. Steelers would be smart to modernize the offense, correct, and the defense too. Looking hard at that side of the ball, so several young offensive play callers could come into play. But we'll see. I said there's a
Ben Johnson is now the soup du jour.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. Like, we're not into a 3-week season that absolutely sucks. It's like, we need this. We need this bad.
Mhm.
Trust me. We're ready. We have to. I know people are going to say we're spoiled, but fuck you. And wish list for the Steelers head coach: Marcus Freeman, Jesse Minter, Matt Burke, Chris Shula, Clint Kubiak, Kurt Signetti, Antoine Randall. No, eliminate Signetti. No Randall L. It's just for nostalgia bait. As I said, I feel like they're going to get lazy, get Arthur Smith. And Steve Bisciotti on if Mike Tomlin's a candidate. Holy shit, wouldn't that be awesome? Only if John takes the Pittsburgh job. Yep. And 10 fucking years since a playoff win. How in God's name did it take this long to blow and start a rebuild? I don't know, man. I don't know. Love you, Tree. Waiting for days of our Steelers. I mean, yeah, it's coming. Did Tomlin lose the locker room? No, he didn't lose the locker room. It's not that. He burned out. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Nicolaude, both the game plan and the coaching have been completely turned upside down this year. Yeah, I agree. Steelers head coach Patullo. No. Do you think the Steelers go for Ryan Day? I don't think so. And Spinge Bill, KTO getting unfairly nuked because of AI moderation. Reminds me that the Remembrance, a Warhammer 40K lore YouTuber, got demonetized because of AI moderation. That's the issue. Like, if I get demonetized due to AI moderation, what happens with me? And how about Dom DeSandro at head coach? Defensive-minded, no history at head coach. It all lines up for Pittsburgh. No. Big Dom? No. And Steph the Phobia Slayer. You guys are going to bring back Matt Canada as head coach because of his connection to the Standard and the Steelers way, and you're going to like it. He's never been a head coach. If so, Tree tweets about Canada that will make Trump blush. Yeah, I mean, I'll be talking about nuking Canada, and they'll think it's about Canada itself. The Marco Strange. Any chance Brian Flores becomes Steelers head coach? I think there's a realistic shot. I know he had an interview with the Ravens, but I can hope, right? As I said, there's a shot. Embo Man, 43. Tree. Who do you think the Steelers could possibly get to replace Tomlin? They're at best a bottom 3 destination in a crowded field. Tank is coming. In terms of the roster, yes. But in terms of like unlimited stability, that's the appeal. And Streak for 2. Rene is too good right now. Yeah, I mean, this is too good right now. You'll get Neil O'Donnell, and you'll like, go fuck yourself, IL. Fuck you. Fuck you. Nathan DC, every coach stepping down, getting fired, but Todd Bowles. I hate it here. Yeah. I mean, and Zach Taylor, Bengals too. Hey, Philly, hire Matt Nagy as your new OC. No, he's going to be head coach of the Titans. Eagles fired Patullo just out. Correct. We got there. And MK3A. Now Sirianni must leave after hitting the fan against the 49ers. Speaking of which, 49ers, more like Action Park 49ers or Traction Action Park. I know about Action Park. Everyone got injured and died. Hashtag free KTO from Go Kings Go. Matt Nagy on the Titans is just more pain in Nashville, correct? Bengals fired Taylor now just to feel involved. Cardinals trade Kyler Murray for Mike Tomlin. No. Philip Rivers, you are the Steelers' new head coach. Ooh, and maybe like they can finally fulfill the prophecy of the Steelers drafting Philip Rivers. Jason Garrett to Pittsburgh with Zach Orr and Greg. No clapping. Boglund. Tomlin stepping down. KTO nuked. Patullo gone. Wow. Time for the Mike Zimmer experience by Viking Mac. He's just a DC at this point. He's terrible. Brian Daboll to the Steelers. I think he goes back to Buffalo to be their OC. That's where he did his best. Jacob 8068. Welcome to the Matt Nagy era, Tree. Can't wait to see old choose a QB between Chambliss and Altmaier. Will Howard, too. Don't forget him. And Michael DeSell. Tree Jerry Jones is the next head coach for you. Jerry Jones! Brian Daboll. Yep, and Brian Daboll to the Steelers again. Jeff Saturday is the new head coach. Oh, man. And would you want Mike McCarthy as the Steelers head coach from Crazy Cruiserweight? Fuck no. Fuck to the no. The Phoenix. Finally, Kevin Patullo's fired. Why didn't we fire him sooner is the bigger question. Hopefully, we get Mike McDaniel. We'll see. I mean, I feel like Lurie and Roseman are going to be the guys that make the call there, not Sirianni. Bengals should drop Zach Taylor and join the search. Quick baseball news, Arenado to the D-backs, correct. And Arizona's only paying $11 million. Hayden Williams, stay away from Clint Kubiak, Seahawks to Super Bowl. Yes, sir. Sneaky Squid, how is Zach Taylor the only surviving coach in the AFC North? Because the Bengals are irrelevant. Are you sure you don't want Gerard Mayo? Maybe he'll be better next time. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. No, I don't want Gerard Mayo. Bishop Sycamore's Roy Johnson. No. No. Eagles getting a new OC, correct? Brian Kelly for head coach with Bobby Petrino as OC. No, Bobby Petrino's in North Carolina as their OC. So no. And no Brian Kelly. Fuck Brian Kelly. Steelers should hire Jens or Mike McCarthy. Fuck no. I think he's insanely overrated too. Patullo's been told to fuck off. Spinchville, DSP for the next Steelers coach. Each press conference after a loss would be just him saying, I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct, literally. And not just that, every press conference and locker room thing would just be him begging for money. That's just how it is. I just need more talent. Oh, Lord. Tree doesn't want a head coach. Tree wants anarchy. Some men just want to watch the world burn, sir. Someone please make a gif of Few Trees DX chop. No, man. Steelers hire Kevin Patullo. Joke. I don't think you really are joking, Johnny. And Urban Meyer from Honda. Oh, dude, if Uche were here right now, he'd be like,
Uche
Urban Meyer, come on.
Uche would laugh. Sensei. He'd have plenty to say about this.
Oh, yeah, he'd be going, easily, man. I mean, he'd be trying to warn me about the thing. But as I said, Tomlin stepped down. They didn't fire him. I've been saying this for years, though, so it's been time. Steelers need Arkansas legend Bobby Petrino as their new head coach. Yeah. I mean, no. Maybe with the neck brace only. You guys are hiring Pat Narduzzi. It's the next head coach. And we will like it. I got one. How about Kurt Signetti? I don't think he leaves Indiana. And you see Stephen A. call Christian Kirk Charlie. Yep, I saw him call him Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Oh, man. Steve A. Harbaugh to the Giants and maybe Daboll to the Steelers. As I said, I don't think Daboll is the kind of guy they're looking for. Kevin Patullo for Steelers head coach? No. Fluskus for Steelers head coach? No. Hire Raheem Morris? No. Adam Gase for head coach? Anyone? No. The ultimate lull outcome. John Harbaugh to the Steelers and Tomlin to the Ravens. Yes, sir. I mean, that would be a Freaky Friday swap right there. The suited duck. Solid head coach, McDaniel OC. That wouldn't be a bad option. But the problem is, I mean, I don't know if the Steelers want to go that route. As I said, it depends. Sharon Moore for Steelers head coach. Well, as I said, I mean, he loves grooming and he loves assaulting and threatening people. So there is a chance. Greg Roman for next Eagles OC. Please, I need it. Yes, I agree, man. How about the Dirt Master himself, Ben McAdoo? Oh, dude. You know what? You people are missing.
What does he do? He has a job, doesn't he, Ben McAdoo?
I think last time I checked, he was OC for the Panthers. I think he's an assistant somewhere. You people are missing something for the Steelers rebuild. You know? I think we need this guy. This guy right here.
Come on, dude.
This guy is going to lead us to the great tag. We are going 0-17, and then we fire him.
McAdoo is a senior defensive assistant for the New England Patriots. For the Patriots.
I'm surprised he was an OC in Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the OC in New York before he got promoted. So, and he was the Packers guy.
As I said, it's kind of like Matt Patricia and Joe Judge being the OC in New England. It was weird shit.
So now he went to the dark side, the defense.
Yep.
Interesting.
Saleh head coach McDaniels is OC. Draft Chambliss in the second round. As I said, we'll see. I think they draft wide receiver in the first. And hire the first guy to mention dropping Jonnu Smith. Hey, that means you get rid of Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith's version of crack. And where is the Urinating Tree fan meetup at the draft this year? I have to figure that out. I want to do it live there. But once again, I just want to see how to do at least day 1 live. And then day 2 and 3, I'll probably be around. I'll be like, where's Waldo? And then you try to find me. Where's Waldo? And you see Stephen A. Smith ball Christian Kirk Charlie. We did. Rodgers going from a guy who never threw interceptions to his potential last pass is kind of poetic. Not just that, his last Green Bay pass was an interception. And Salo would be a good fit for the Steelers, IMO. Duke can lead men, and if you love defense, he's the guy. RD2 loves his defense, man. Jets had a top 10 D under his tenure. Yep, and then they completely fell apart after he left. 2 days, 2 Steelers. Christopher Brickner. And thank you, Dr. McSwagpants. And everyone who's super chat so far. I'm getting through the rest of these. I'm trying. Between Harbaugh, Stefanski, and Tomlin, only Stefanski left on a somewhat high note with a 1-2 straight and not an embarrassing loss. Correct. And hire Raheem Morris, please. Needs a second chance. No Nate Perkins. No. Tomlin and Stefanski were kind of similar. They never lost the locker room. The players kept playing for them, but they needed to move on. Correct. Offenses got very stale under them. And the problem is their defenses. Stefanski's defense was good because they had Jim Schwartz. Tomlin's defense was very hit or miss this year. Very stale unit. The schematics got outdated. The Egyptian Red, I have no doubt that Hurts was the least of Philly's concerns this year. It's honestly a miracle to see how awesome he was the first half of the year. I think the problem is everything was off syncs because your coaching was fucking terrible. Very poor coaching. Amy Adams Strunk, new Steelers head coach. No. Matthew Shortle, congrats, Zach Taylor. You are now the most successful head coach in the AFC North. Watch as Kevin Patullo gets an interview with the Steelers. No. That dude is invalid, man. Christopher Breckner, Texans offense scores 17 points. Texans D scores 13. Steelers offense scored 6. That sums up how Arthur Smith's been doing his OC. They've been doing the shit against elite defenses all year. That's just how it is. Give me a Harbaugh-Tomlin team-up post-rivalry. Oh, you know what? They'll recreate Lethal Weapon. They're not going to do head coaching. They're going to solve crimes together. Mike Tomlin is the rah-rah go-get-em guy, and John Harbaugh is the rah-rah go-get-em guy. And they'll bring in a third really cynical son of a bitch, maybe played by Danny Glover. Old Danny Glover. He'll be the grizzled, cynical vet. Knicks Jones for 5. While I despise tanking, however, 1 or 2 bad years during the Tomlin era, and this team looks completely different. Much love. Well, as I said, it's going to be rough. It's going to be very rough. There are going to be some awful teams. I'm just going to be laughing hysterically, but at the same time, this needs to be done. It needed to. You can't keep going on like this. Angry Salt Shaker, how would you feel about Ejiro Evero as Steelers head coach? His defense, I don't know about his defense. He was really good in Denver, but at the same time, his Carolina tenure has been kind of spotty, so I'm not sure. And the Notre Dame presser is about general program updates. According to Notre Dame in a memo sent to Notre Dame beat writers, transfer portal closed. Ooh, we'll see. Gritty Eats Cowboys, Arthur Smith for Steelers head coach? No. John Colley, Tree, if the Steelers fan base can get Matt Canada fired and Mike Tomlin can go, can you guys make Neil Mohan step down? No. Randy Feetner first up the list interviewers. I don't know what he's even doing. I feel like he's at a mechanic shop in McKees Rocks right now. That dude was the epitome of Yinzer. H. King. AI modding needs to be banned by law. I've been running on the theory that no human made modding decisions for the past 10 years, and you got them on X. Now those people have been fired. Yep. I mean, not just that. I mean, like YouTube, it took out KTO. Let's see if there's any update here. Yep, it's still out. And Jose Olaude, head coach
Hugh Jackson, 2 days.
OC Chip Kelly, defensive coach Matt Eberflus for the Steelers. I agree. Dead Salty, Pat Shurmur as head coach, Freddie Kitchens as OC, and Joe Woods as DC. No. Hugh Jackson for Steelers tank commander. Yeah, buddy. Joe Judge, you are the new Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. Correct. And Nathan Tucker, first John Harbaugh, and now Mike Tomlin. And Layla Biv. I messed that up. Layla Biv. I'm sorry. I messed that up. I'm so sorry. Tree, they gave my grandma, stepmama, babies, daddies, bosses, dogs, trainers, uncles, financial advisors, son Daryl 2 years to live for selling bootleg Swisher sweets outside the back of Love's on Lamar Street in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm so sorry. F's in the chat for Lay Lives, grandmas, stepmamas, babies, daddies, boss, dog, trainers, uncles, financial advisors, son Daryl. F's in the chat. The It Labrador for 2. We need a proven winner as head coach. Mike Sullivan. Oh, no. We need a winner. Scotty Bowman. Incoming Adam Case. Where's the taco bit? Where's that? And Sir Wowie 4488. Best Super Bowl?
Possible.
Yeah, very possible. I mean, you have to get past the Rams, though. They're going to be tough. The Suited Duck, Antonio Brown as head coach. He'll run the team into the ground in 4 weeks.
What about Juju? That would be also good.
The Browns is the Brown. He'll call his assistants the nameless gray faces. Alex RK95595. Okay, hear me out. Hugh Freeze to Pittsburgh. I'll freeze that immediately. Fuck no. Evil Cereal for 2. Thank you very much, man. And Ryan Connolly, what if Tyler Luke made the field goal? Simple. Mike Tomlin steps down last week. Harbaugh gets fired this week. I don't think it changes anything. I think the Ravens get blown the fuck out too. And Nathan Tucker, Condoleezza Rice from 2018. Wait, Condoleezza Rice. I said Condoleezza Rice. Jesus. Fat Hat 2261. The Steelers get the glorious return of Ted Lasso back into American football. Now they are planning a season 4 of Ted Lasso. Maybe.
Yeah, it's coming back. Though I thought that it ended perfectly. They should not have.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything.
They shouldn't bring it back. MK3, I mean, unless it's just a sequel of Ted Lasso's next adventures as coach, and they don't actually do the football team. MK3A, Steelers hire Brian Callahan as head coach, Kevin Patullo as OC, and Bruce Allen as GM. Ideal for tanking. Also, can't wait for Scooter's NFC East meeting vid. John Fetterman for Steelers head coach. Fuck it. Bring in Dr. Oz as the Steelers head coach. Signetti to the Jets after the 26 or 27 season. I mean, he is 63, so be careful about that. Freddie Kitchens, do it. Rudolph would love it. Cleveland started it. Pittsburgh started it, as I said, right? Or Cleveland started it. Pittsburgh finished it. Yep. Alex RK595. Lane Kiffin becomes Steelers head coach, and he's gone. Francis at ZN for 5. I don't think Brian Daboll goes back to the Bills. If I recall correctly, there was a growing rift between McDermott and Daboll, but we'll see. I didn't know that. I thought they left on decent terms. And I'm happy my Texans freed you guys finally. Well, I mean, we freed the Ravens. You freed us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tree for head coach? Fuck no. I'd be a terrible head
coach.
You'd
be a coach. You could coach.
I'd be terrible. Ferrick the Ranger. Tree for head coach. Perna for DC, Grossi for OC, 5 points for special teams coordinator, and Big Scooter to hold the coaches back. Rip days of our Steelers. And Andy Babb, yo Tree, do you think there's any chance Belichick comes back to the NFL? He's a fossil. No.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what'd be really freaky? If the Steelers hired Belichick. Would that be fucking weird or what?
He's 74 or whatever. How old
I don't think he
Belichick
will,
is. He's not gonna. He's done.
We'll see. Spinsville 2009. Oh, camera's on. Camera's been on the whole time, huh? Coach DSP when the Steelers get blown out in prime time. Evil cereal. What about your QB situation? I don't think AO's hit. I think he retires. I think he was here for Tomlin, and with Tomlin gone, I think he's gone too. Day Reynolds 01. AFC North is going to play musical chairs with head coach. Yeah, maybe. Kevin Stefanski to the Ravens, John Harbaugh to the Steelers, Tomlin to the Browns. MK3A. David Blau to Kami's OC. Who should be DC? I don't know, man. Are they looking at they're looking at a few guys, but David Blau's an interesting hire. Josh McSnake Oil to the Steelers. Fuck no. It's fucking trash. And Fossram, this is unrelated, but my St. Louis Cardinals just finally traded Arenado. I'm just relieved to finally rebuild after so many years of mediocrity. The St. Louis Cardinals are in the same boat as the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have long needed a rebuild for a long time, and they're finally doing it.
Mediocrity.
And, I mean, yeah, Mazeliak's finally stepping down. You're bringing in Chaim Bloom. I don't like Ole Marmol, but as I said, it's just you needed that too. I mean, it's just is what it is. And Dark Lord Batman. Tree, you're getting Josh McDaniels as head coach and Joe Judge as DC. Pat Shurmur as assistant coach and Nathaniel Hackett to keep Rodgers. Accept your fate, sir. No, the Giants. Joe Judge, man. Joe Judge. And Freeman's too busy fighting coaches to go. From Football Covert. EDP 445 is the Eagles' new OC. Good Lord. I mean, he's definitely offensive. I will say that. K-Fax. Steelers getting Mike McCarthy. Steelers go tank ball. Jeebus. No Mike McCarthy. No Mike McCarthy, Jeebus. And Kofi's right. Want to guess who? The Bungles. Has anyone said Pete Carroll for the Steelers yet? Correct. Definitely so. I mean, that's yeah. Really, Sam Block. Okay. It's all he did was win, lead, and dominate. This guy's a clickbaiter. He does this shit all the time. He does it for engagement. And the Wire Boy, 8-8 and wild card loss would make Giants fans smile. Here's the problem. The Giants have actually won a playoff game more recently than the Steelers.
Yeah, they have.
That's the sad part.
That's crazy.
More and more TV. Should Carolina get a real OC like McDaniels? Can Carolina take another year of inconsistent play calling from Dave? Also, as a UNC fan, I hate it here. Here's the problem. I think Dave isn't going to relinquish OC play calling duties. I think he'll keep it. Akira Kirale Toromaki. To every team not named the Patriots, keep your hands off of Josh McDaniel. No, trust me, nobody's taking Josh McDaniels.
No.
Not only do
never
we
be a
need
head
him
coach again.
as OC, and speaking of which, he'll be a terrible head coach for you, correct? Or he'll leave early. Figure ball. Been a long time since I watched Tree, but your videos got me through a tough time after surgery. Thank you, Figure ball. Appreciate you, man. I love your stuff. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I mean, as I said, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. And Nathan Tucker, how about Brian Flores for Steelers head coach? I think they're looking at him. They'll look at him hard. Bill O'Brien for Steelers head coach. No. Yeltsin for music. Jerome Bettis for head coach. Ward. Polamalu. I don't think either. Polamalu wants nothing to do with the Steelers organization. They pissed him off. So, I mean, it'll be a long time before you mend that bridge. Deion Sanders, the next Cleveland head coach. It depends on how much they like Shador. I think they may go quarterback. We'll see. Guillermo Contreras. Big Ben's going to be your new head coach and you'll like it? Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. Jesus. Ian DeLeon, 106. How about Jason Garrett for Steelers head coach? Yep, here's the update from the clown Nick Sirianni, by the way. I have decided to make a change at offensive coordinator. I met with Kevin today to discuss this difficult decision, as he is a great coach. Great coach. Okay, sure. Who is my utmost respect. He has been integral to this team's success over the last 5 years. No. It's a run up the middle, lost 2. Run up the middle, lost 3.
Mhm.
Deep ball, and then punt. That's Kevin.
He invented the
Costello's
tush push.
not only to the on-field product, but behind the scenes is a valued leader for our players and organization. I have no doubt he will continue to have a successful coaching career. I wouldn't trust him to coach high schoolers, dude. Ultimately, when we fall short of our goals, that responsibility lies on my shoulders. You should be gone too, Nick. Just saying, man. Just fucking saying.
Yeah, he took care of a problem before he was the problem.
Okay, so Grant Yadinsky's from Pennsylvania. Okay, I see. Interesting. They're not hiring Signetti, Ben. They're not. So, here it is. According to Tom Pelissero, Mike Tomlin was recently discussing offseason plans with the team regarding free agency and the college all-star games. In short, his decision to step down apparently came as a bit of a surprise. As I said, it's just like, I figured he would have tried to break Chuck Noll's record. That's why I thought he was staying put. And Chris Nunyon for 2234 for 5. What's good, Unc? Get ready to speak Gerard Mayo and Matt Patricia's OC with Mac Jones at QB. Hey, Mac Jones he's going to Arizona.
Yeah.
The McAdoo, Brian Flores, please. And don't lie, we all know John Boys is the next head coach. Maybe so. Well, attaining one is Tree as head coach is basically Happy Gilmore missing his swing and cursing, bleeping the whole time he speaks. Yes, exactly. Ferrick the Ranger, Wings of Redemption. Man, that's a throwback. Look here. Oh, listen. Appearing offline won't stop it. That's what he'll do during press conferences. Tree, who won Locale of the Year, Mets or LSU? I'd say it was a tie between the Mets and Nico Harrison. I didn't have Nico Harrison in the boat, but I'd say it's a tie. Hear me out. Jack Nicholson for head coach. Dude, he's like 87. He's about 90. And just got to check. What happened with KTO? His channel's been blamed for spam by AI mods. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to figure out, Maddie. Way of Kings. That Congrats Packers video still has me giggling and kicking my feet. Well, appreciate your work and bear the fuck down. Well, you're biased. So there's that. And Giants fans would love 8-8 wildcard losses. They won a playoff game 3 years ago, dude. Here's the thing. Mediocrity is desirable until you're stuck in it. Then you're just like a disrespectful team. You're the Minnesota Wild. Like, nobody respects the Minnesota Wild. Even, until they win, they're done. And No Rules X, Russell Wilson for head coach. Oh, then, and easily, the ride never ends.
The ride will not end.
Dave Gettleman.
Dave Gettleman, GM.
Dave Gettleman is head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher Brickner, Ryan Day won't leave for the NFL. Why leave his great job at Ohio State where he's having great success for a likely harder time in the NFL? Correct. I don't think this is going to be a college coach.
Nah, unless it's Freeman. Unless it's Freeman.
Wait, when did Jordan Addison get arrested?
Jordan Addison was arrested?
Wait, hold on. So, Jordan Addison II. So, here it is. Jordan Addison was arrested at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa Bay early Monday morning. Arrest records show that Addison was arrested at 3:46 for trespassing. He posted bail Monday afternoon. So, did he get kicked out and try to go back in?
Yep.
Oh,
he was mad because he was probably losing money, and he was like, fuck y'all, and then came back, and then he got kicked out.
It's a shame. Jordan Addison was so fucking good at Pitt, but he's pissing away his career. Dr. Jekyll for 5 Canadian. Belichick to the Raiders? Can't be worse than Carroll.
Wouldn't be the first time they hired a fossil.
Yeah. It would be
and
the
not
third
Jim.
time they hired a fossil. Actually, sorry, fourth time. Art Shell.
Yeah.
Lovie Smith for Steelers head coach. Well, he is a tank. Well, he fucks tanks, but he has that tremendous beard. Antonio Brown for head coach. Le'Veon Bell for OC. Okay, TNT. Okay, maybe not Adam Gase. Dan Snyder as Steelers head coach. Dan Snyder. Oh, dude, if Dan Snyder's our head coach, trust me, my friend, this is what it's going to be.
How would you describe the culture surrounding this football team?
You know, the culture is actually damn good.
Okay, so the Phoenix. Chase Sugar to the Phillies from the Pirates. Thoughts? Well, it looks like a minor thing. Chase Sugar was a decent reliever, but they have a glut of right-handed pitchers, so I think that's part of it. So I need to figure out who Francisco Loreto is. He's an 18-year-old Venezuelan, so it's just like a prospect flip, really, about it. So Philly needs to re-up their bullpen. I'm still worried about Orion Kerkering, especially after what happened in the playoffs, but it's just how it is. Alan Hearns, Mike Keenan for Steelers head coach. Oh, Lord, Mike Keenan.
Hey, he'll get you wins.
Well, I think he would lose his job in about a week. John Gruden, fuck no. Fuck no on John Gruden. I hated him as a boss last year.
Gruden's not in any discussions right now because just because he's just all the available candidates are so much better. You know, Harbaugh, Stefanski, Gruden's not even being suggested right now.
Yep, Tony Nicolauda. You hear about Sam Beal disappearing? No, I have not.
Yeah, this is awful. Former Giants, I think he was a third or fourth round pick. He was in Virginia Beach. He's been missing for about 6 months. He borrowed his girlfriend's car, and they found it with sand in the car, and then he's just been gone for like 6 months. He was going to go to work, and then they've been looking for him ever since. So
spoke to his girlfriend, told her he'd head back to town, but that didn't happen. He's been on the National Missing Persons and Identified, last seen in July 2025 after dropping his girlfriend off at her house. He's supposed to use the car to drive to work, but instead allegedly made his way to Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it's scary. They found the car with sand in it, so they don't know where he went or what he did, but it's awful. I mean, 7 months disappeared is pretty scary.
Oh, yeah, that is scary, man. Barry McCockiner for Eagles head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, dude, he'll glaze Jalen Hurts like it's a donut. Tony La Russa for Steelers head coach. He'll be sleeping on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Where's Jerry Reinsdorf at? And we finally got to the end of the Super Chats. Matt Rule is Steelers head coach.
Wow.
Well,
we made it.
We finally made it. It took a while, man, but it's I didn't expect to be on for 2 hours, but yeah, I'm just going to say this real quick. This is the end of an era. Mike Tomlin is gone. Aaron Rodgers probably gone. Cam Hayward might be gone. They all walked off in unison. That's what it's all about. But they have reached a crossroads. Listen, if you're a Pirates fan, you're used to suckitude. Yenzers, if you don't follow Pittsburgh sports, it's going to be rough. Yep. Buckle the fuck up. And Fire Gecko, thoughts on Kurt Signetti to the Steelers? I don't think he leaves Indiana. And the Optimist Box. Treat, sorry I'm late. No worries, man. I'm about to finish up. But thoughts, and also, what the fuck is that defense most expensive and got fucked by the Texans? Well, the Texans' defense are what the Steelers think their defense is. What if Harbaugh joins the Steelers and Tomlin to the... Well, Tomlin has 1 year left.
Yeah, I don't think that's
He's going to take the year off. If Harbaugh joins the Steelers, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. It'd be better than Nagy and, Mike McCarthy and Arthur Smith, but still, it's no.
All right. Well, we had a stream. Kevin Patullo gets fired. Mike Tomlin steps down. KTO's channel gets nuked for some reason. He's working on getting it back, but like this is crazy. So hopefully we'll see you tonight on the dumpster fire at 8 p.m. We'll go into more depth on this.
We'll go on all the games too.
Let me put a link.
Absolutely, man.
We'll cover all the playoff games.
It was absolutely a stream of all time, sir. It was
one of the streams of all time. So 8 p.m. tonight, we will talk. People are trying to sneak in.
Yep, Stillers have been sentenced to Mike Lombardi. Also, 91's been finally retired by the Red Wings, got Stanley Cup. Sergei Fedorov, long deserved. Congratulations to Sergei Fedorov on his jersey being retired.
Yes.
Incredible player. But, guys.
All right.
Well,
we'll see you tonight.
Absolutely.
On the dumpster fire.
Jeebus told me. We need you today, man. Yeah, we need you. Need you. Jeebus.
Okay.
Are we off?